It's fucking glued on. It's been in there on the top point, and it's melted on the top there, you can see it. Fucking shite in there, I feel. No energy at all, not one bit. It's gone as well. Everything's gone on the fucking table. Everything you could touch, the water's gone. Milk in 2 minutes, I'll try while it comes on. Wow, it's there, dead fucking time.
Bye.
What?
Are you going on?
Great every fucking drink. Oh, got it. Straight in. Oh, fuck. Yeah, look. Doing it all over again. Pops out your hand. Oh, it's melted. I don't have that one cleared of the night. I might be off again. I'll go on for that trick. Right, let's go through these. Hope everyone's okay. Just read an article in a paper. It was like a boxing chronicle. It said, where are they now? It had Paul Sykes. It said, I've got it on my phone. I forgot to read that, but I'll see if I can remember most of it. It says, where are they now, Paul Sykes? 6'1", it said. 190. He could never put weight on. 195 pounds. It must have been maybe early in his career, I don't know. But it was only 6'1" at the height. So I don't know what it's. I'll screenshot and put it on so you can see it. It says, last time I seen him, he was walking the streets, big red, kippered face, blood pressure through the roof, big blown up belly, and bloated. His liver was gone completely. He said, I seen him with a blue bag. Everywhere I went, it was a blue bag off his head. Everywhere he went, begging, can you lend me 20 pence? Can you lend me 40 pence? Begging on the streets. We had the same familiar sound, didn't we? Tinfoil begging on the streets of Liverpool, London, like begging on the streets for money. So he's copied everything he does, and he was never called the gorilla in fighting. So today's Paul Sykes, the gorilla, was about 6-7 kids there. Poor little kids. I felt sorry for them. Fucking all them little kids around him. So his two sons. One son's doing 25 years for stabbing a copper to death. Absolutely butchered him, fucking stabbed him to death, and then the other one's doing 27 years for murder. So both of his sons are just like their dad, are wrong and in jail, and they've been sugared and watered, and they've been like red hot butter and water. They've been shot on them loads of times. They've been done in loads of times by people in jail because they're just like the dad of bullies. So it said he was doing a book, but that never covered up the book, but he did never covered up the stories when he got beat by John L. Gardner. And the last time I read about him, the Wakefield Gazette, or whatever it was called, Wakefield paper, where Sykes was charged for putting out his own words, pissing in a playground where children were at. So it was a children's playground he was pissing in. I told you I wasn't lying. So it's even in the newspapers. It's like, it's not a newspaper. It's in the paper as well. If you check in Wakefield, but it's in like this, like a chronicle or something it's called, and it's mentioned him saying he showed talent, but he never had the skills to be a top boxer. He never had that quality to be a top boxer. He had a good physique. He could hit quite fast, and he could hit quite hard. But he had 10 fights. I think he won 6, drew 3, and lost 1. I think he got knocked out. He got stopped. I think the first chat. He got knocked out in the first round when he went into a fight. That was when I fought in the fight of 1991. He got knocked out, and I think it was some cold country like East Sweden, somewhere abroad. He fought some bloke, Danish country or whatever, and knocked him out in the first round. When he was only in about 30 seconds or so, he was knocked out. So he's never what the so-called portrays him up to be, but he was a pure wrong. And he used to go into the pubs and just keep knocking people out for no reason whatsoever. But the last I heard of him, he was barred out of the city, and then the magistrates gave him a 2-year sentence for breaking the court order. So I just read it today. It just popped up out of nowhere. Right, we'll go for you, right? The real nightmares, Paul. Freedom, nightmare evening. Cartman, the real Cartman again, nightmare. The nightmare again. Fucking hell, loads of real nightmares on the night. Mad and bad legend. Paul Cresswell evening. John L. Craig, you okay, mate? Rich T 78 evening to everyone. Freedom as usual, pleasure. Please hit the like buttons. Freedom saying. Rich T Biscuit again. The same one again. John L. Craig. Timmy B, yeah, Timmy, I just give you the little text today to see if you're okay, mate. Thought you'd pop on tonight. There when button shows support for Brian, yeah, it does. If you push the like button to show support. So Emma's now been getting more fucking stuff sent last night, disgusting, vile pictures of a man's penis with an erection on. And when we tapped in someone we know knows about computers, the signal was coming from Cork. The phone call was made. The phone call, wherever it's come from, it was that dial and code area from Cork, and we all know who lives there, don't we, Irish people? You fucking weirdo. So it says that by law, you're not allowed to. If I said, I mean, who would want to send fucking pictures of each other on the internet? Fucking disgusting. So anyone can infiltrate them, you know. You just fucking, you're leaving yourself open for, you're building a rod for your own back for doing things like that. So if you get caught doing it, there's 2-year jail sentence for it, and you go on the paedophile offenders list as a paedophile for 2 to 4 years, I think it was. But you get up to 2-year jail for it because you're not allowed to send genitalia images unless you've asked permission of the person. They say yes, and you've got permission to send it back and forth. So that's a new law. So he just come out. So he'll get fucked in when he gets caught. Because he's just like him. Let's work them out. They're both on the Brown. They're both on the Kestrel. They're both living with like people. The fake author, she looks like his mum. She's miles older than him. She's miles older than him. When I first met her, I thought it was his mum. I said, "Is that your mum?" He went, "Oh no, it's my wife." I was fucking, you go bright red in your field. Fucking me, no, Bobby was there. Bobby went. That to me when I did it, it was his fucking wife who sat at the table. I said, "Is this you? Is that your mum? Pleased to meet you, Mr. Spoil." And she said, "Oh no, I'm his wife." And I went, "Oh sorry, I don't know what to say. You know, you put your foot in, you feel fucking stupid." Yeah, she looks like his mum. Mind you, he looks like her mum when he dresses up. He looks like her fucking mum. I've never known a pair of fucking weirdos in my life like the both of them. I haven't, never known, because I've sat with them. I've seen what he does. I've seen his message to people. I've seen him. We were doing a documentary one day, and he was on the phone for 5 hours arguing with a bloke because the woman where we were at wouldn't let us video on the front. That was it. 5 hours on the phone to a bloke. Arguing. I said, "You can't do a documentary with you. You're fucking on the bend." I'm fucking glad I don't do it out with him no more. It's fucking peace and quiet. Arms appear more intimidatingly. Forearms are a weird thing. Sometimes some people can make them grow dead easy, some people can't. They're really hard to grow. I tell you what's a good thing to do with them is like hold it off a bar. Off a bar, hang it off a bar for about 4 or 5 minutes. That's really good grip. Or getting two like dumbbells, say 40, 50 kg dumbbells in your hands, and walk about the gym with them in your hands and hold them as quick as you can. That'll strengthen your grip up. I learned that off a lad called Steve Brooks. He qualified for Mr. Britain for I think 6 years in a row, and he never won it. He came second. He dropped the fucking ball thing on his foot with the stones. It's from Sperrymore, just up the road, and he was a really nice lad, Paul Brooks. And he was saying what it is. He says it's not your deadlifts and your weaknesses, it's your grip. So I started hanging off a bar. You can see me doing a 460 kg, not a proper deadlift, where you're lifting it up for about 4 or 5 inches off the bar. But that's 460 kilos, which is 900 odd pound you hold in your hands. So when you go back to something like 800 pound or 600 pound, it's so easy to lift. And he taught me that. He says use the 250 kg, 60 kg dumbbells and walk about with them as well, like a farmer's walk, and that'll strengthen your forearms up. But they're really good exercises to strengthen your forearms, deadlifts as well. If you're doing heavy deadlifts, to strengthen all your neck up and your forearm. If you walk about with 50 kg dumbbells like for 5 minutes, you strengthen, your legs get stronger, and your toes and your balance and your knees and everything gets stronger. And you also, if you've got like anything wrong with your shoulders, your posture starts pulling into place when you start hanging off a bar. So a lot of people now are hanging off bars. You see them everywhere hanging off bars, and that's because your body weight. It's hard to hang off a bar with your body weight and my weight. Or even if you hang it off like 30 seconds and build it up, maybe 4 or 5 seconds every time you go on it. If you can do like 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 times a week, you'll definitely get stronger with your grip. It's really good. And like I say, when you're doing deadlifts like with the dumbbells and you're walking, you strengthen up your fingers and your forearm and your wrists, and your traps get massive. My traps got huge by doing that. Yeah, got to get in the gym. You've got to not miss meals. You've got to get up at the right times. I'll do another one. I can't be asked today. You can't do that to be to be at the best physique you've got. You've got to do it. It's like anything you got to do. You only get out of what you put into it. If you just go to the gym 2 or 3 days a week, you'll keep fit. You'll never have a great physique where you could go on shows and things like that. But if you just want to keep fit, maybe 3 days a week is good for you. 4 days a week, 2 days on, 2 days on, 2 days off, 2 days on, something like that. It's good. Have the weekend off even. You know, nightmares. Andrew Williams, hello Brian, hello mate. Bill Summer, Timmy Free, the real. Free Andrew Williams, evening. Timmy B, Phil. Ella got muscles, I'm lost there. Ella, no. Gates, the muscles. Gates, I'm lost. Ellen Gates, the muscles, right? I see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, they're really good. And it also makes you stronger because you're not used to using them muscles in that way. When you're in the same day, if you went on the roads and you were digging roads up, and you were digging the roads all day, and your forearms and your back were there. But then if somebody said, right, I want you to go and hard carrying, your legs and your calves were there, and your shoulders and your grip, because you're holding up the ladder. So Arnold says shock the muscle, not all the time, just every maybe 3 or 4 months, change your routine around. If you keep doing the same job every day at work, you get used to it after 6 weeks. So it gets easy. It's like running. The old school used to do an hour run every day, just a full hour. That was all they did. Like an hour, they'd run a mile, for every. They were doing 10 rounds, they'd run 10 miles. But it's all done hard now, so it's high intensity interval training. So the high intensity interval training, you run fast as you can up a bank and then come back down. And then run up the bank, come back down. That's better for you. And it doesn't take you hours and hours and hours to do it. But because you're pushing your body to the limit, when you're just running at the same pace every day, you're not pushing yourself. But if you push yourself as fast as you can for like 100-meter sprints, 10 100-meter sprints, every time you do the sprint, no matter if it's just slower or faster, whatever you are, you're still doing to the best of your ability that day. So you're doing high intensity interval training then. So that then breaks down the body better, and you can get a lot further by doing that. All the top boxers now, and none of them are doing long distance running no more, because you're 4 times heavier on the concrete when you're running. So loads are doing row machines, and loads are doing, like I say, 2 minutes fast rowing, 1 minute slow run, 2 minutes fast run, 1 minute slow run. They're doing it like that maybe 4 or 5 times, and that's all they're doing. They're not doing this long-winded fucking 3 hours run to like an hour, 2 hours run or something. 2 or 3 hours runs. It's too long to do, and it rips the weight off you as well. And it fucks your lower back up and it fucks your knees up when you get older, and your calves. I mean, they all then when you run up a bank, sprint up a bank. I was telling Savannah Marshall about it, and Peter Fury went, "Oh, that's a brilliant idea." He said he's come up with, because I said when you sprint up a bank, you're actually on your shock absorbers, which is your calves. When you're on the concrete, you're running, you're pounding it. You run when you're on the concrete, you'll feel the weight. You're 4 times heavier, so you're pounding, compounding your knees and joints. That's why all these top runners are knackered. But when you're just running up a bank, you sprint up a bank, you're on your shock absorbers, which is your calves. You sprint up the bank, and then you get to the top, and then you just walk down slow, count 10 seconds, then sprint to the top again. If you can do that, build up to 10 100-minute sprints, or even 10 50-meter sprints. You'll be better off doing that than actually doing this long running shit. That's the old-fashioned stuff. That's the years and years ago. Like every round you do a mile for every round you do. That was the old way of doing it. They don't do it like that now. Sports come forward. Like Man United, I wish I could get in there. I'd fucking show them how to train, because they're not training right. There's every one of the players apart from one's injured. Something like 35, 36 players are injured. I've never heard it. It's unprecedented to hear that many people are injured at a football club. There's 3 getting fit, then they'll 3 get injured the next day. I thought, what in them like at Manchester United? They're not training them right. It's got to be physicality. What's making them ill? They're training up, they push them too much, or they're not doing it, they're not stretching, or they're doing something but they're not doing something right, because I've never known a team so ravaged with the injuries in my life. Terrible. And they're the elite football team. I've got people out there, proper professional athletes who can train you. You need to get somebody at that club who knows what they're doing, because the coaching staff that's where I think they're lacking me. The coaching, fucking terrible. I've never seen them so poor in my life. The way they're playing, terrible. Train Goldie from Middlesbrough, kickboxing, me onto rock climbing, young age, and it's great. Yeah, that's really great for your grip as well. Rock climbing. I was in jail. When I was in jail, I got a job because I was fit. I had level 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, what you call it, training as a coach. And I also had my first aid. I got 99 out of 100 questions right. You have to get 66. And I pissed the 3 of them, level 1, 2, and 3. 4. I was right in the gym in Leeds. So I was in jail in Wakefield, where just near where obviously was Sykes was and all them, but I didn't know him then. I only knew him when I was there, when I went to tax him. So anyway, what happened is I got to the gym and I went in and they interviewed me and everything. So I used to do I was capable of taking people on the weights and stuff, and I used to do box exercise when you box. So I was like, say 10 women, and they had handicapped kids and stuff. They were very hard to look after the kids, obviously in the stress. So we had the women boxing on their pads, they loved it. And then we had them in the waterhouse swimming. And we had the gymnast team, and I didn't do the gymnast, but I used to help put the equipment out. So I used to help them in there. It was really good. And the bloke said, you know your stuff inside out. He said, I've never known anyone know so much about the human body than ever. He said in here, I had loads of people training him. He said, see him every single thing about the human body and every muscle in the body. I can name them all. I said in Latin, he was laughing. But I stayed there I was in there, but instead of being in jail, I used to finish my breakfast in the morning at 5. Get the coach, it was like a bus, like a 12-seater bus. There was a bus driver on it, and they dropped us off. There was an Asian lad with me. He used to get dropped off. It was textiles. His uncle had a shop. A lot of Asian people did the clothes. And then there was another lad did some sport. But when I was in this place, I used to train with them. And the girls that used to swim. Swimming's one of the best forms of exercise because you don't hurt yourself in the water. This is what I was thinking about the Man U players. I think, I wonder if they should get them in the swim baths training. And then they're not going to be on the injuries. Instead of running the injuries off, take them in the water, you're swimming. You use the muscle, but there's no weight. There's no gravity holding you down there because you're in the water. So a lot of people train get a lot fitter by doing the exercise and what, especially if you're overweight and you're trying to lose weight really heavy. Just wear a big t-shirt. So if you're embarrassed to go in because you're overweight, get in that water and start walking just up and down little lengths. Go in it a couple of times a week, and after so long, I got flat, and he lost 10 stone by going in the water. He went about 18 stone from 28 stone. But it's good. You've got to exercise. You can't just sit about doing nothing, because if you don't move it, you lose it. To get started and produce many great fighters, they did, really did. Matty Joseph Turner got some torture off that fucking horrible troll. The fake author robbed all his money and fucking ripped everybody off. Absolute scumbag. He's getting his comeuppance. He's good. There's no way you can get away with that. He can get away with it for good. I mean, even though he's got made all that money off people and ripped them all up, he's living in a police safe house. He's like that over his shoulder, shit himself. He's on the brown, he's on the fucking white stuff, he's on everything. When you see him on the video, you think, look at the state of him. And you can see his eyes are like that, fucking huge, popping out his head. And he's going pretending he's not on stuff, but that's what he does. He just compulsive lying, mate. Cartman, you okay? Peter the Box, hope you're all right, mate. Peter C, Paul C. Freedom, would you like to buy a coffee? I've got one here. That's what Van Gogh said, did he? I've got one here. Would you like a drink? No. I've got one here. Yeah, it is relaxing as well. It's nice to just lay in it and sit, like floating in it type of thing. You know, just a little. I used to get the floats and go and hold the float and just lay in the water. You fall asleep easy. Sorry guys, I'm tired today. Been playing with the dog last night. Yeah, sending disgusting vile images of people's penises on the screen to her phone. And she's looked at it, and I've looked at it on the internet. What jail you get for it? I don't give a shit who they are. They won't report them to the police. Anyone who's doing that could go to a child or anything. That fuck a little kid's head, about 4, 5, 6-year-old kids seeing things like that. It's sick in the fucking head. But that's his best friend, their best buddies, aren't they? So there was Decker, Darren G, the other one, what you call him, fucking Darren G, Decker, him, and the fake author, and Irish Bull, all them weirdos together. All of them are weirdos, every one of them. So birds of a feather flock together, that's what they do. And this is what they do. They start with all the disgusting things we're doing. I mean, if it was coming to me, it wouldn't be bothering me. Fucking people call me and saying things, just water for ducks back with me. But when it's coming to women, obviously, women are a lot weaker and things. When they see something like that, it gives them shocks them and they're scared. And then they're putting, you're going to get raped, you're getting, Emma, you're going to get your nose cut off with a Stanley knife. You're going to get girls that come to the doorstep you, smash your head in with a building brick, and you're going to be pushing up daisies. I'm going to cut your throat, Brian, from here to here, and I'm going to dig your dad's grave up and piss in his mouth. Your dad only buried a couple of months ago, and I'm going to cut your dad's fingers off and bury them in different places. Absolutely, that's this. People talk like that. That's a sign of pure insanity, like a stage where you've lost the plot, reality with you've lost your mind's lost with reality, screaming to murder people and burn Maria's house down, kill Maria's 3 children, petrol bomb them, pour petrol on the faces and melt the faces off them. They're a danger to the public, extremely dangerous to the public, because they're saying it and then they end up doing it, and then somebody gets killed and the police look like shit. They want to do the fucking jobs. I've been on bail all this time for saying, if you come out from my house, I'll be violent for fucking violence, even if I have to kill you on the doorstep, you couldn't, to keep me away from my wife and my family. So I've been on this bail 15 fucking months. A lad today he was on it for 2 years. He said, there's no time limit on it, Brian, but the great thing it means, they've got nothing whatsoever on you. His mine was 2.5 years. They had nothing. Phoned the solicitors yesterday and phoned the barrister in the night, who was my friend. He said the other week, both of them and his wife, a barrister, said if they had anything, you'd have been charged by now. They're just trying to get you, and they'll probably be telling the cops will be telling them, keep doing what you don't, keep poking with a stick, trying to get a reaction out of them. So I say something stupid, then they can remand me. He said, my barrister said, just keep doing what you're doing. Go on. You can say the name of them. You can say whatever he said. You can say anything about anyone, because once they put themselves in the domain, the public domain, which is videos and stuff, he's showed everyone that video, so you can regurgitate what he's seen. But if he said something on it, well, it wasn't true, then you can get trouble. But if you quote somebody word for word what they've said, virtually word for word, and you're not putting the life in danger, you're just saying what they said, you can't get in trouble, and no one can get in trouble. It's when you start making things up that don't exist. So he doesn't know the difference, that idiot, between. Somebody says to me, "But lad, you all right, son? I had a good talk last night, did we, son? Love him all the world. He's a good lad. I'm going to go and see him soon." I haven't been worried about him. We couldn't get to him because we sent a message and I don't know, use the computer properly. But we had a good talk last night. Really nice lad he is. Nice to see someone struggling and then giving him a few bits of encouragement to help you. It's nice to help each other, and then he'll probably help me later on. I'm probably down, and that's what this page was all about: helping each other in the community, people we don't know, so they can come on as if we're all family. We are all family members, but it's great just to help each other. And but these other people want to send disgusting videos and try to ruin people's characters in. People are paedophiles and nonsense and rapists and stuff. They sat there and about what it really boils down to. I've talked to my mate who's a psychologist. He says they're not happy with their own lifestyle. You get up in the morning, you go, "Oh God, take Eli out. I'll play with Wolf in the back garden. I'm going to take Bobby for his medication. I will go to the shop and get some shopping." And they get out of bed and they're off their heads because they're on the smack and they're off all these different drugs. So when they get up, they're not happy in their own shell. When they look in the mirror, they go they're like half asleep. They can't look at themselves. So they need to take drugs to mask themselves so they can make themselves happy by taking loads of drugs and alcohol and swamping it. It's called a crutch. So that they need that crutch. You know, people, you need like a walking stick to walk. These need drugs to get out of bed. They need drugs to bully people. And they need drugs to function. A functional alcoholic and a functional drug addict. That's what he is. A compulsive functional drug addict and alcoholic. But he's on top of all that, he's a pure troll. And that's the worst kind of people who call people names and know for a fact what they're doing is wrong, but they can't help it because they get a massive sadistic buzz out of it because they can't fight. They can't do it with their hands, so they do it on the computers, but they don't even put their own names up. They go into fake accounts. So if you aren't getting these type of people, you've got to keep remembering you're the real deal. Your real names are on here. The fake ones, come on, Timmy 56, Johnny 153, Sarah 53. All that shite, all different fake names. They're not real names. They're not real people. When you say, "Well, what's your name?" They won't put it up. That's how you know. Yeah, it's disgusting, mate. You know what I mean? What I've said to him, I said, "If you want to meet me anywhere you want," because he offered me out, as you know, I went, "I'll meet you anywhere you want now. Anywhere you want to meet me with your boxing skills, wherever you want to meet me, whatever many people you want to bring with you, I'll come on my own." But he won't do that because he won't meet a man because he's a fucking bully, he's a coward, and he can only do it on these fake, stupid accounts. And he's fake. He's in love, obviously, with Sykes because he said to me he's watched that documentary 138 times. This was 4 years ago. He's probably watched it fucking 150, 400, 400, 300, 400 times. He's obsessed with a man who's been dead since 2020, I think it was. And he's in love with him. He goes to the grave and, "How you doing, Paul? I haven't seen you for ages." He never even met the fucking man. Never met him. Absolutely deranged. So he wants to be Sykes because of the chaos he caused, and he wants to be that character. So he starts portraying that character, and that's what they do. Narcissistic personality disorders they've got. But on top of it, he's got multi-personality disorders. That's why he becomes all different characters. And it's like a dream for him writing books on people. He starts to find out what they do and how they did it. Then he starts creating the character himself. And he did Paul Sykes. He's walked around and put a mustache on himself, and then he's dressed up as Silence of the Lambs, and he's dressed up with another character because they're these characters. I mean, last night, if you go on his page, have a look. You remember when Dale said he come on my when I had cancer, Dale said, he said that 0 hours in the morning, he was laughing down the phone like the Joker. Well, last night, guys, he's on there, All Cry Publish. If you have a look, you'll see him laughing, and underneath it's got the name of the Joker. That was what he was doing to us, Dale, and another lad called Raggy. Now, Raggy was a boxer, and he had a brain tumour, and he got a job with the King of Hands, and he was going to try to get the job, the fake off, and he never got it. So he tortured him, and he said to him, "This is the thing," what he said, "when you die near your brain cancer, while you're dying at your grave, and you're in your coffin, and all your Paki mum and dad, that's what he called them, it's Pakistani, your Paki mum and dad and all your Paki family are sitting there crying. I'm going to be in the bushes in the background laughing at you like the Joker." And he said he was laughing on the phone 30 minutes. And when Dale talked to me, I said he was on the phone sometimes like 30, 40, 50 minutes, an hour laughing non-stop. So I think he had the recorder, I said, and last night he had his recording on, so he stood like that, and then he starts laughing his own laugh, and then he pushes the button, and the recording comes on. he's laughing like he's got the Joker's laugh off Batman to laugh on the phone at people. But they thought it was him to laugh, but it's not, it's him. So he slipped last night, his mask again fell off last night. You see him laughing, he's got the Joker underneath, the Joker. So every now and then, like the one where he's called me when a retard, when he's in London, that slipped, the mask fell that night. So when he gets really intoxicated and full of gear, and he's miles away, like London or Leeds or wherever he's at, Newcastle, he starts creating these people, start shouting and bawling because he thinks he can have a fight then because you can't get to him. Not that I wanted to get to him. Just let him keep doing what he's doing. That's what we do now. So Lee Wortley. Hiya Lee, you alright today, son? Lee's a great lad. You know, he's a proper author. You never hear Lee talking about I this and I did that and I did this. He's a proper author, right? A real proper bloke. I love him a bit. He's great. His family and that, I speak to him all the time. But he's been doing my book for 4 years coming up. And like Lee said, to Kev Curley said the same. If you're going to do a book, there's no way you can cramp. He was doing 3 weeks. He only found out off me. He was doing three 12-hour sessions. But if you work it out, if you do 4 12-hour sessions, that's 2 days. So if you're 60-year-old, how can you put all your life in 2 days sessions talking? No, you can't talk 24 hours. So say you're doing 20 hours talking, maybe. So that's like 20 hours of 60 years cramped in. How are you going to put 20 hours talking about your life? So you break it up. He'll talk to me like 2 hours, turn it off. Put me back a week later, talk me 4 hours, then talk me 3 hours. So he's got hundreds of hours to be talking. He does people now when he does his Copycats. I said Steve Richards gets 4-hour recordings off. He comes 4 times and does 4 hours. That's 16 hours. He went, you can't do that. Even Kev Curley, he said, all the top people, book authors and writers, only do one book every 3 or 4 years. Do a proper book, sell more copies, and you've done it properly. If you just rush into it and do it quick, people know it's just shabby. That's why his paper off his books. Tina Shaw said, that's toilet paper. That. So do you know you get the old-fashioned schools? You used to get old schools. They're called block paper. You used to get the old-fashioned pens, and used to block the pen because the pen would leak. The old-fashioned pens that you write with your real writing pens, and then you just get the block paper to blot it out because the ink would fall on your desk on the school when we were kids. That's what the paper is, just cheap shade from that War Cry Publishing, War Cry Press. They're not even a real company. They're a fake company, and they don't give you invoices. They don't give you. Like John Blake Publishing, when I was getting with John Blake Publishing, they'll tell you, you ask them for an invoice, you send it straight away the next day, or you get it the same day, and everything's on there. It tells you how much you owe the inland revenue, how much is in the shops, WH Smith's and that shop, and the farmers in the train stations and everywhere. My book, the first one I did, The Taxman, was John Blake Publishing. I've got about 12 solicitors and people who get your book out there with the newspaper. People, I mean, it's not just a daft backstreet fucking place out. John Blake Publishing, it's one of the biggest book companies in Great Britain, and when you're working with them, they're professionals. So you don't get all this shit. Oh, I'm not paying you this, and I'm getting you get your invoices every 6 months. You get paid off them, and you get an invoice off of it. It gives you the breakdown how many books you've got left, how many have been reprinted, how many are on the shelves in say Waterstones and all the other shops, and they give you a full rundown of everything you've done with them, and it gives you all the tax reasons and all the stuff. His has got nothing because it's not a real company. He said, can you send me one of John Blake's Publishing's? This was Rob Brenton. He said, can you send me one of the invoices, what you got? Because I don't know how to use invoices. So I said to the judge, he asked me to do an invoice because he didn't know how to do them. He said, well, that sounds very strange. I said, I thought that, Your Honour. How could a company who sell all these books not know how to send invoices? Therefore, when he checked it, it was a fake company. So he had to leave it. And then we had to go back with a new company. It was called Rubik's. You had to change it from the indictment to War Cry Publishing, War Cry Press, because they weren't in company's house, so therefore they were trading under no name. So it was against the law, it was legal. The judge said, I can't do anything today, you, Mr. Cockerill, but I'm going to change the indictment to Rubik's. As I said, we've got an umbrella company we can trade under, which was just legal. But he said, we'll do that. So he changed the indictment, the judge on the day, Judge Cook. And we still never got fucking paid off them. They still haven't given us the invoices. They still won't do it out. They both declared bankruptcy. So on that one phone, he said it was Saturday morning. I was watching the telly with the dog, and Clifford the big red dog was on. And watching that was Scrappy. And the next minute, he said he's ruined War Cry Publishing. He said they're going to have to go bankrupt. He said that he's absolutely ruined. He's kept all the money. done the whole lot. And he said Boyle ruined the company, and that's what happened. They declared bankrupt, and then our books got took off the shelf. Emma's got the video of that book. I'm going to put that video up soon for you to see me going to the shops, because he was on a video and he was going, and here he is down when he's in London shouting, and here he is, Cockerill, outside Waterstones taking my books down. But I thought there was no court case, Jamie. Well, how can I get your books taken down if there was no court case? And you've admitted that on the Warcry Publisher when you can see it. So yeah, fucking idiot, mate. So Lee's done the new book, guys, which is The Taxman. This goes all the way back to when I was at the cottage when I was a kid and everything, so it's going to go right back to when I was born, all the way through all the years and stuff up to the present date, what's going to be done properly. And that's what Lee's been doing. That's what he's been doing for the last about 3.5 years, I think it's been. But it might take 4 years to do it, but it doesn't matter if it takes 5 years, I'm not bothered, as long as it's done properly. Because all the other ones I did, most of them are just, like I said, they're done dead quick so they can get money off people. But when you do a proper book, you sell more books because people think, well, this is brilliant, this film. Go to the pictures, watch the top film, you'll go back and back and back, you'll watch it over and over again. Top TV series like Porridge or Dad's Army, you'll keep watching it because they were brilliant series. But if you watch something that's been done shabby, oh, it's fucking shit, this, I can't watch this, it's doing me head in. You won't go back to it because it wasn't good. But he's jealous to death because I've got people like Lee Whiteley working with him, people like John Bate Publishing companies I've worked with. And I've worked with massive publishing firms, he hasn't worked with them because these books, shit. The people, 90% of the books, nobody fucking knows who they are, and they've been head these people he keeps writing about. And when you've never, you might have done something 30 years ago, but unless you've done something recently and your name's not known, no one's going to buy the book. And when he got me, I was the first person he got where I was on the podcast. He couldn't get all the other subjects, couldn't get on the podcast. It was James interviewing, oh, yeah, I'll have the tax man. I'll be straight doing Sean Atwood, well, I'll have the tax man. He kept going everywhere, Jimmy O'Neill. Oh, yeah, tell Brian he's welcome. No, from oh, yeah, I'll have the tax man. So they all wanted me on the shows. Same as the dues. We've got dues all over, same as the schools. We've got four schools we've got to go to. And then the prisons are asking us to go in. Then the Bishop Opera one, then what do you do there? Fucking ruined it by falling asleep in front of 400 people full of diazepam. He ruins everything he does. When his wife went, everything he does, she said, he can't just have a few drinks or a few tablets or a few lines or whatever. He has to go over the top all the time and ruin it. She said, I can only apologise. I've still got the text up. I've still can only apologise what he's done. So you can't work with something like that because you don't the volatile. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen next. And he wants to be like Sykes. Someone wants to work with a man who wants to be like Sykes. So yeah, any questions or anything? Got the channel sorted, freedom. Yeah, I mean, traps are getting bigger. I can feel them pulling up. Oh, you put a skinny in that top with no steroids. No, Jamie, that was me after me 2 missions. I lost 4 stone. You fucking moron. Absolute moron you are. But wait on now, you're not saying no. Now you don't want to fight me now, do you? Now you don't want to shout your mouth off now, do you? Meet me somewhere. Because if you want, I'll come meet you now. Blabber mouth. You're good at with that mouth, but you shit yourself as soon as you see someone. You fucking run like fuck. Loch Ness. Loch Lomond's the biggest lake, I think. I'm right. Lake Windermere is the biggest in England. I think it's biggest in the whole of Great Britain. I'm sure something like nearly every lake in England can fit in Lake Windermere. I think it's got more water than all the lakes put together. Massive. Nessie. That's Loch Ness. That's where Nessie's at. Just 2 nights, he's got the deal. No, well done, mate. Any monsters there, gives a ring. If that monster phone gets you, inform me. I'll fight the fucker. Yeah. So now he's trying to say Paul Sykes the gorilla because I was in a sting, it was called, with the police. And they called it Operation Gorilla. That was the name of it because of the size. Sykes was only 14.5, 15 stone. How can he be a gorilla? You're fucking talking shit again. So he stole the content out of the book again. So the book what I did with the very first book, which was called The Taxman with Steve Richards, 2004, I think it was, we did that. So he's now stealing extracts out of my book and putting them towards it. Oh, and guess what? And I remember I said to you, I had a gold bracelet and I had the gold chain ring. He's only got a gold bracelet on the day now. Or last night he's went and bought a cheap. He looks like one of them, you know, them lucky men where you get them off the beach. They're not real gold. So he stood with a bracelet like that, with a gold bracelet. He keeps doing that. You know, when you're a kid and you get like a tattoo in your hand, you like that, and you go, got tattoos in your fingers out, and you're like, oh, you got them on? No, but done for years. When you fucking put them on 2 days ago or something, or 2 hours ago, you go, what time's that thing on you doing all that? So you're doing this to your hand. So he's like that with the bracelet. It's probably about fucking £50 bracelet, one of them. Ones you get off people, it's only pretend gold. And I was telling about the gold bracelet the other day, and we watching stuff and my jewellery, what I used to wear. Now he's got the fucking jewellery on. He's got the hat as well. And he's got the sunglasses, sorry, and he's got the shorts on where I used to wear. So he's copied everything I fucking do. He wanted to become Brian Cockerill. Fucking weirdo, man. Paul, plenty of places where we can go. Right, no, I'm coming down. Bed, 1, 2, 3. Cold, me tonight, on the back of my head, it's freezing cold. I've been watching a bit of Dietary do. Watching snooker, it's the worst snooker I've ever fucking seen in my life. I've never seen snooker matches so power. And when you go like the Lakes Club in Redcar, I've seen people just playing in there, just normal lads who go to work for a living, playing just as good as what they're playing. I've never seen so many misses and fumbles and fucking people scared. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with people. It's hard to break an ice hockey, it's really hard. I've done quite a few in my time, but it is hard to do. And it takes ages to heal as well. When you hit them in the uppercut, right on the chin, called the Gardner's fracture. It breaks in 3 places. You've got to have loads of power to do it. It's probably heavyweights probably only do it. And when I went to court, they said there's no way he's hit him just with his fist. He must have used an implement, a weapon. His wife went, no, he's just Brian punched him with 1 punch. And he said he hit the floor and Brian turned him round, his wife, and he went off with it because he threw two or three punches at me, I said. And it was, I could box and he couldn't, and I caught him with the right hand, Your Honour, put him down. And as you know, Your Honour, the best form of defence is attack. And you're allowed to punch someone you think they're going to punch you. Somebody's like stood there with a weapon, and then you can just break the jaw and you'll get off with it because you didn't fear that they were going to stab you or they're going to hit you with a weapon. So I've got off loads of times with that one. I was in fear of my own safety, so I get him first because I knew in his eyes and his box, I went out of box. And when he flinched like that, he pulled his head back and moved his hand, moved his left foot forward. He went to throw a punch, so I counter punched him by counter reacting before he got me, and then you got off with it. If you're jumping all over them, kicking them all in the head and things, stamping on their heads, you get done then. Well, you see, I went in a banked boxing stand. I've done a little bit of training. Family members taught me, my dad and my uncle, whatever. And I did a little bit of boxing, so I caught him. But I stayed with him till the ambulance come put him in the ambulance. So the judge said that meant a lot, that proved to me a lot, he said, the judge, so I got off with it. Hard life being a boiled egg, yeah. Look at this, mate. That's what he looks like, an egg on legs. Them fucking stupid legs he's got, they're fucking pathetic. Dyeing his hair black all the time. Elbow just so as the eye. So does a thumb in the eye and pull the cutting out. That destroys it. Snake, knife, take a knife. Is he in jail like Dietary Giggy? Or has he been remanded or something? I don't really fucking watch him, you know, it's like that good tinfoils. I don't watch nothing he does, so I don't give him any views whatsoever. But I'll look now and then to see if he's copying. He said, but you've got your bracelet, the next thing he's got the shorts like yours, but He's got pink ones, you've got like different colour ones. Pink shorts on a man. Fucking weirdo. Yeah, I'm just he's both sending them disgusting pictures last night. I don't know if you've all seen it. It was fucking vile. Proper vile. Disgusting. You know, you just wouldn't do it. Anyone with any decorum or any mannerisms or any just being a normal human being, when an animal would send something like that, just a beast. And that's what they are, beasts, them two. Fucking beasts. Pure beasts. Sending that to women who threaten to rape women is fucking I've never heard in my life as like him saying, I'm gonna bum your dog. I've never heard anyone say it. Now he gets that off Paul Sykes, because when Paul Sykes was in jail, Peter Fury said when I was in jail next to him, he said he was having sex with everyone. He said he'd have sex with any, he'd even have sex with a dog. And that's where he gets it from. He copies every single thing Sykes does. Everything. He's walking around with a moustache on. And he had a cheap, like the Americans do with the cigarettes, put up there like in the army, and then turn it around. He's walking on that. And he's even got John McLean, who's Decker's partner. He's got an old man with a hat on, like where they go down the pits, the big cloak on, about 6'2", maybe 6'3", big massive moustache. From the distance, it's raining, it's like foggy. He's took pictures, John, so it looks like this is the ghost of Paul Sykes. All the bullshit again, pretending that ghostwriters poltergeist the ghost. So he said there's a ghost of Paul Sykes, and it's all over Wakefield. It was him taking the pictures, the daft cunt, and taking the pictures and getting them saying, oh, the man showed me this picture when I went to Wakefield. It was actually John McLean told me. He said, tinfoil took me down and I fucking took the pictures for him. I got the bloke, he gave the bloke £100 for dressed up with the moustache on and the like a fucking like a mask type of thing he had with the flat cap, that's what it's called, a flat cap on, and pretended it was Paul Sykes walking about Wakefield about 7 o'clock at night when it was like really foggy, a bit like London in the old days, like Jack the Ripper was about. Fucking mental. I don't understand why I don't know why he does it. Everyone knows it's all shit. It'll be some bad news this week. 15-year-old has passed away. Was in medicated and in hospital getting investigated. What investigated, mate? Good. He's on remand in court till next week. I think it's the 3rd, somebody said. 3rd of the month. Next month, I think it is. May, isn't it, the 3rd? But I'm still on this thing. I think it's going to be, it's February, March, April, May. Yeah, it's going to be 15 months. I've been on bail for fucking nothing. Well, not bail, I was on bail for 6 months, 3 months, and they extended it 6 months. And then what they have to do then is go to the inspector, but then you have to give the inspector proof that they're going to give the stuff to the Crown Prosecution the next day, and then the Crown Prosecution get it. And if they say no, they don't get another bite of the cherry, the cops. So they've only got one bite of the cherry, you see. So at the minute, they've got to fuck all on me, because saying what I said, and I've already said, well, I'll admit it, I have to, for caution, you know what I mean? Because I did say it, but it was in the heat of the moment, and no pun intended, but my fucking house was on fire. My dog and me could have been burnt alive. So anyone with stress and on medication, not being able to move as quick and fucking partially disabled, and your wife's going to get raped and getting pictures of her head blown off and sending pictures of her getting raped off people and things like that, simulated stuff he's putting in. But we're all coming from Irish Bull in him, and that fucking other weirdo, that Dragoin, whatever it's called. He, she, I call him. He looks a fucking man or a woman. He, she. He said, she said, he said, she said, get a conspiracy for that. Talk to yourself. That's another one he's fucking friends with, isn't it? Another weirdo. It's all the fucking weirdos he's like padded up with. He's been in jail, they're called padded up. In the same cell. Take some meds. Fucking yaking. My hands are like killing me today. taste horrible. Fucking horrible taste it is. Oh, that makes me bad. If I take too much of that, I fucking cabbage my head. I started tying out about 0.2 of it. I'm supposed to have a 10 a day, 4 times a day. I just take a 0.2 of money and I take about 0.2 in the middle of the night. Sometimes 3 times I'll take it. Like today it's really bad in my hand because it's freezing cold. And the wind, it's been raining. When it rains, my hands swell up. I woke up last night, I can wake up in the middle of the night, man, and that right hand will be freezing on my neck and my back. And I know it's going to rain the next day. It's like, a cow can tell it's going to rain. They can start sitting down in the field. If you see cows sitting down, you know it's going to rain. That's what the first sign. They can smell the rain. They won't go to TS3. We've got an ass to go to TS3. Fucking dare even come to my fucking area. Never mind when you lads are at. The fucking shit house. Coward. Absolute coward. Yeah, just a dibby. You know, you get about school, don't you? We've all been to school and you've always had a fucking arseholes. You always get a bully in school. You always get a big fat kid, don't you? You always get a fucking... you always get someone who's in school, oh, I wish I could go over there. You can't get out there because she's every fucking after her. There's always one of them girls in there who'll be stunning. And then you always get like a lad who's like a sport Billy, like who can do everything, fucking play football, play pool, snooker, everything. And then you always get somebody like, oh, that's Billy Jones, he knows everything about computers, he's a little geek, his little glasses, he's curly hair all over. But everyone will love him because he knows everything about computers. What can you do? That's my homework. Oh, yeah, I'm all on paying for it. You have to give him 50 pence or something to do your homework. You always get one of them at school. That's how big school. That's how schools go, especially the big schools. And you all get to know each other. You always get somebody who knows how to skateboard on the skateboard, or somebody who's great on a BMX bike or motorbike, cross bikes. I can walk in the school with me and say he's this, he's that, he's that. You can tell just by the body language, how they talk and how they walk, and the way the confidence are. The ones who are confident are usually the geeks. They're really, really intelligent because all they do is have bookworms all day long, got computers nowadays. 28-year-old, fucking hell, man. It's fucking awesome at 28. There'd be any fucker on the planet at 28. 24 to about 34. I was, in my head anyway, I was unbeatable. When I was off the drugs, I wasn't on them all the time. Obviously, I wouldn't have been training them big heavyweights. I wouldn't have had all them fighting, all them taxes. I was on it all the time. So I'd be on it for like 3 months and then come off for 6. Come out like a 6 month, come off it for 2 years. Be like that, you know. I wasn't on it every single day because if I was on it every day, I would never be able to be a tax man. I wouldn't be able to perform and fight and beat these people up and tax them because I wouldn't have the physique. Because obviously, when you're on the drugs, you don't eat and trade properly. You don't do any fucking thing. You're on drugs. It fucks you up. The like buttons, everyone, don't forget to push the like button as you come on. Keeps the thingy, the channel up. There's only 26. Push the buttons, means 70 odd people, 80 over 80 people have been on at one go. So it's flying again tonight. Every Sunday, it's really good. Yeah, somebody was asking me the other day for training. What you need to do is, asked me yesterday, so I want to get myself right. So what you need to do is, you need to let get out of bed in the mornings, get out of bed, go and get a wash as soon as you wake up. Wash yourself before you go to bed. Think, I'm going to have a great day today. I'm going to do this job. Going to do that. Get up, make your bed, because that's something constructive. That's what they teach in the army when I was in the army cadets. Get up and you're ready, and then you get a wash. Then make a cup of coffee. Say, right, I'll make something to eat. A couple of eggs, a couple of slices of toast, piece of fruit like an apple or a banana or a pear or something. Eat that with maybe some 50 grams of porridge. Or whatever you want wheat. If you've got arthritis, don't eat white wheat because wheat swells your hands up terrible. Or don't eat tomatoes; they make your hands swell up with the tomato juice. And get out of bed, and that's a breakfast of champions. That maybe a little bit of bacon if you want to have a couple of pieces of bacon. and that you're ready for the day, and then take a protein drink with you, like one of these drinks what you can buy in the shops. So about 2 hours later, have another protein drink. Then have your dinner in the afternoon, and then obviously have your tea when you get back, then go to the gym, train, have a couple of proteins when you get back, and then have another protein in the middle of the night when you wake up. And that'll keep you, but you need more protein in your body than you do carbs, because carbs, if you have too many carbs, you end up being fat. But you need a lot of carbs if you're training really heavy, so you don't burn out. But you need to drink a lot of water as well, because your body, if it's 3%, if your body's water's down, you can be 3% weaker on your deadlift and stuff. But 3% of like 100 is a lot of weight. But you need to get out, and you need to go like to the gym, go to the baths once or twice a week, go out for a meal with someone, go and see your mum or dad, and stop sitting in your house and laying in bed all day, because it just depresses you more. Because you do nothing, and if you're not moving, you start seizing up. You're not getting fresh air in your face. You've got no colour in your face. That's why they all look like they're walking zombies. They're all on the Mac heads, because that's what they do. They're up all night. They sleep all day, and then they'll never see sunshine. So there's no vitamin D getting in the body either, because you need to be in the sun about 35 minutes a day with your top off and a pair of shorts on or something, and your legs showing, to get that vitamin D. I take vitamin D. I take about 1,500 IUs twice a day. And when you take it, you can feel the difference. I feel miles better now than I did a couple of months ago. So I've been taking that. It's about £12, something like that, out of Tesco's. And then you get about 100 tablets, about 1,500 IUs in the tablet. Each tablet, like little pin tablets. Brilliant. And then you get vitamin C and D. They're really high vitamins. 72 on, yeah. So don't forget, if you're going to train, go in the gym, just go and see some new trains there. Maybe just do, say bench press to start, shoulders maybe to start if you want first, then bench press, and then do maybe a few sit-ups, gives you a bit of rest to your body. Then go down to your legs, leg extensions, like bicep curls, and then do calves, and then do biceps, and then do back pull downs. So maybe picks one exercise for each body part. Do that, maybe 8 body parts you've got, maybe just do 8 exercise, 10 reps of each, which is 80 reps. And then maybe do 5 minutes on the bike when you're finishing. Or 5 minutes on the bike when you first come in to warm up, and then 5 minutes to finish with. And that way you'll go. But don't try and push, don't go in the gym trying to be Billy Big Balls and bench as much as you can, so you'll end up pulling a tendon or a muscle, and you might pull a crucial ligament or something like that, and you'll not be able to train ever again. So just start off slow. You'd never would in a million years go and run 26-mile marathon, would you? So you start off doing, you say, well, I'm going to start off doing half a mile. Next week I'll do like maybe a mile. The next week I might do a mile and a half. So you build up slowly. It's like walking in it. You don't just fucking sprint. You get up, you crawl, you fall down, you crawl, you fall down, and then you start wobbling, falling all over the place, and then you start walking, and then you start running, and then you start sprinting. So it's stages you've got to do it, and you can't just get a great physique overnight in a couple of weeks. It takes time. But within about 8, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, you'll start looking. In 6 weeks, you'll notice a difference. But in about 3 months, you'll notice a massive difference. You look in the mirror and think, oh, that's sticking out and that's sticking out. I lost that belly, I lost that fat face. I feel great, I'm walking, I feel fitter, and you'll start feeling really good then. And that's when you'll get hungry as well. You need more food. Don't forget, push the like buttons, guys. 73 on, 30 thumbs up. There's loads of videos I'm putting up about me, Speedy, in the day, that idiot. He's trying to tell me there was no Ragworth riots. He's fucking wrong, the bend. He's even put the Ragworth riots in the resurrection book, what I did with him. And he's even put Speedy in the resurrection book, what I did with him. And he's saying there's no such thing as a lad called Speedy. He's fucking touched. Talked to Maniac today. Maniac went, well, there must be a different fucking, there must be 2 Speedies, there must be 2 Maniacs, there must be 2 Blind Cockerells, there must be 2 Ragworths, and there must be two travelling to McDonald's, the news at 10. It was on fucking ITN News at 10 o'clock at night, all over the fucking place. It was, he said, it was riots all over, he said, in Teesside. Then they went into London after that. London kicked off down there. In Newcastle, they were here, and they were there, and then fucking they kicked off down London. Toxteth, I think it was, fucking smashed everything to pieces. He's trying to say that I was making it up. Fucking idiot. 74 on, smash the like buttons. Hamid audits, PC, 100% freedom. love to see the channel dedicated to the troll that expose something like Trilogy Media do. Nah, you wouldn't fight. You're a fucking dink. Subaru. In fact, I've never. My mate gave me one to have a go in, and I didn't fancy it. I'd like got out. He used to be fast cars. I was in the like Shoguns and stuff. I was driving things like that. So I thought I'd go back into one of them because I've started again. I'll buy one of them and I'll be getting chased all again and go back to fucking jail. I couldn't stop putting my foot down on them and left foot brake and understeer and all that shit. I said all the rally driving. Not professional, just amateur, but I loved it. The cops couldn't catch you on the road, and then their cars were shit compared to what. Then nowadays they've got the same type of cars because if the assets of crime come up, where they can take the car off you and keep it for themselves and use the car to catch you. Where years ago you could go and buy a car, 40, 50 grand cash. Couldn't do a thing. They took 50 grand off me and I got back in 2 days. They can't do a thing. They might think it's in a robbery unless they've linked it to a robbery or something. But you know, money you just want to bought off my mate. Or we were gambling at the table, 6 of us, who was it? I don't have to tell you, no, fuck all. Just told you where I got my money from. Couldn't do it. I used to go to the race course with my mates. And I used to go there and I'd go bet. Like, get bets off them and give them like 50 quid. And I'd come away and I'd go back with 40 grand or something. And so I'd been in the York races, so I'd have the racing paper in where you bet on. I'd have the slips off them, but they'd give me the slips after the racing finished. So there I won that day. I won 5 grand on that one, on this one. What was his name? I can't fucking remember. There's about 40 people. But he had proof to the judge. He went to court by having the racings. And he also had the parking ticket stubs, York races, the time and date. And he also went into a restaurant there where I got tickets there from the restaurant where I was having a meal. It was my mate's sister and his husband run it. I don't know if they still got it now, but they did years ago. I was in jail with the lad. So another way I used to be able to do it. You can't do it now though. There's no way of getting around money now. It's a fucking nightmare. You would say you bought this off a lad and you went and sold. You've got to prove everything now. No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's a good question, Peter Box. When you have a coffee, because it's got caffeine in it, that stops the water in the working properly because it's caffeine, so it dehydrates your body. So you've got to have I'd say about something like you, probably 5 or 6 half glasses a day would do you, because you don't need loads if you're not as big. But when I was on the steroids and I was on gear, I was having 10 pints of water a day, every day, 10 pints a day, and I'd 2 in the morning when I first got up, I'd drink them slowly. And I just eat slowly, but I was also having them with protein drinks, so with protein drinks to count as water. But when you put caffeine in, tea's the same tea, it's got caffeine in it, but it's not as much caffeine as coffee. But even the coffee where you get where it says no caffeine in, there's still got about 10% caffeine in it. The lying bastards, the lie to you. It's just only, it's got about 90% taken out, but it's got tea per pound. It's got more caffeine in than actual coffee. That's such a fact that. Don't use it, policy, you'll lose it. It's right. So be sitting about eating and doing fuck all. Oats, bananas are really good because what oats do is oats give you a slow burner, so your body's burning slowly. If you have a big massive log on you, it's smouldering all day. That's what happens with porridge oats, and it also goes through your arteries and cleans your arteries out, and it also lowers your blood pressure, and it makes your stomach, your gut feel better as well for digesting stuff, and going to the toilet as well. It makes you go to the toilet. It's brilliant. Really good. Oats are one of the best. Another great one's peanut butter. Another one's honey. The best thing on the planet. But that's why everyone gets ISB, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, sorry, and they end up with bad stomachs. 99 times out of 100 because of them fucking daft saccharins, and they're also in them drinks. 1 cal drinks. They're full of saccharins. The human body can't digest them. It just stores in the bottom of your gut. So the bottom of your gut's full of thousands and millions of fucking things. They're all in your stomach. Every now and then you'll get food poisoning, you'll throw up in that, or you'll have the runs. That's the saccharins you're getting out of your body because they're stored in there. They can't digest through the human body. They're not capable of digesting that. I've read up. And the other one is drinking smoothies. Once you put a smoothie and you cut it up and you put it in a drink and you solidify it and you break it down, it's already broken down then, so it can't digest, so it goes straight from into your stomach, it goes down into your in the pancreas where you have beta cells. The beta cells start firing, and they start firing, and then they send it across into your liver, which is stored as glycogen. Now, the only way to get rid of it now is you can't get rid of it because it won't go into your stomach because it's already digested. So the only way to get rid of it is if you're training. So if you're training on the weights or boxing or running, you'll get rid of it. You don't, you end up with a big, massive fat belly. That's why all the kids are massive. They're all taking that. Oh, mum, can I have a smell of it? My sister used to think it was great. My niece and they're fucking putting loads of weight on. She couldn't understand. She said, I thought they were good for you. I said, they are good for you. If you have an apple on its own, because you eat the pulp and the skin, then it can digest. But when you solidify it, break it down, it can't be digested because you've already digested it. So it stores in the glycogen. Glycogen is your energy source, like a battery on a car. Once it runs down, you've got to charge it back up. So you've got to put glycogen back in the body when you finish training, which is like protein, carbohydrates, amino acids and stuff. Or your body can only, there's a window of opportunity is only open for so long. And if you don't get it within 2 hours, it closes. So then it can take up to 36 hours to replenish that comes. But there's no such thing as windows open. I was putting all that shit on the other week. He's a fucking crank, isn't he? Never trained. You've seen the state of his physique. He's never fucking trained in his life. He's never done a day's work in his life. He's never had his jobs for trolley pushing. Tesco's got the sack. Trolley pushing, fucking Aldi's got the sack. Everybody goes, it's just a trolley pusher. Jeeps. For £4 by app. Support channel, please. Put a link below. Appreciate it. Yeah, for £4 isn't so bad. I used to have 6, so probably have 6 now. But you're always peeing, but it's good because when you're peeing, when you start to pee, that means you're dehydrated. And when your head's busted and it's killing you, you need to put water in it because 90% of your brain is water. So most of it's dehydrated. We drink coffee and things like that. So it takes to dehydrate your body, the coffee. If you drink it all the time, you better not drink it late on. More like 8, 9 o'clock, pack and drink it. Keeps you awake. In your system about 6 hours. You don't eat bread. You start eating bread if you eat early, very early in the morning. You put all day in bed, burn off, but not on the night because it's full of sugar again. It's just pure sugars. Same as like grabbing a spoonful of tea, sugar, like you put in your tea. It's the same thing. Same as milk. Milk's full of sugar as well. That's full of sugar, milk. Same as pasta. Same as rice. Same as noodles. I like taking noodles before I train. Just them cheap ones, only 67 pence out of Tesco. And I have one of them about an hour before training. I train, and I have another one after. So you're putting noodles in the body instead of taking bread and things all the time or rice all the time or whatever, because you get too fat with that rice and pasta. Loads of calories, sugars in it. People don't understand the food. You see, they think, well, can there be sugar in a big potato? There's sugars in bananas, there's sugars in fruit. There's every fruit. There's fructose sugars, there's dextrose, there's fucking normal sugars. There's that many types of sugars. There's loads and loads. Eat bread, cause normal coffee. Yeah, it makes you hyper, it does. Yeah, the training book, yeah, it will be coming out. I don't believe what the book. I think we were trying to get it out for Christmas. It's got the two books at the same time, you see. So yeah, I've obviously been injuries and shit, stuff like that. So it's all done. I've got all the stuff. Cheese on toast, all right, yeah, of course. But if you eat loads of it, it's bad for you. But if you eat, you have to eat. You're going to have to eat to survive. You can't not eat everything. So you have to eat some things. But it's eating at certain times. You eat big in the morning, because you haven't eaten all night, so really you can have a massive cooked breakfast, like a fried breakfast. What I do, I have fried breakfast in the morning, and you're ready to kick your start off, and then you have your porridge that later on, and you can have your stuff like that. But you don't have to eat the same things every day. Toast is here. Except cheese toast was now wet on the door. Yeah, but noodles is good. Noodles with fibre is good with like some type of fish, like prawns or sardines or fucking some type of mackerel or something, and just put it in with them. Really good for you. Full of, you want a fatty fish 3 times a week. It's really good for the body. Really helps the body grow. It helps you with all different illnesses you can get. Yeah. I had meatballs a couple of nights ago and I felt a bit bad after them. It's really expensive as well, they were 15 quid. So he bought me some cakes today, and the cakes for ages, you know, the really dear ones, what you put in the oven. Not the ones you put in the microwave, they're really expensive. About £8 a cake, I think, yeah. Like spot a dip type of thing and cherry pie type of thing. Beautiful. Not loads of sugar in them, like they're expensive, but they're nice. You don't need a bit, Bobby, you just need a full. I've seen him eat 9 to 10 cakes. Massive cakes like that, the whole lot of one go. He never stops fucking eating. Never off the fucking toilet. He must go through 2 or 3 toilet rolls every single day. Never off the toilet. He's obsessed with eating. Constantly eating, constantly eating. Fucking hell, he can eat. She'll give him a breakfast and half an hour later he's back in again for another big load of stuff. He'll make like 2 bowls of porridge, not 1, 2 or 3 bowls. He'll eat them all. One goes, why have you made 3 bowls? I was hungry. Why did you just put all in 1 bowl? He won't put a cup away, he won't wash up, he won't do fuck all. He was playing today and there, doing that with his feet with mud all over the floor. The whole kitchen is caked in dog mud off the dogs. He's had the dogs out and he's doing that with his feet. Just rubbing mud all over the floor. The whole kitchen's from filthy. Emma just done it this morning. He's gone mad with him this afternoon. Fucking hell. You won't do a thing, honest. Cheese and toast, cheese on toast, cheese on toast, cheese on cheese, cheese on toast, cheese on toast, cheese on toast. Adam Taylor, you okay? These £1 meatballs are heavy. Yeah, because I think a lot of shit in them, mate, to tell you the truth. I think they're fucking full of crap. And you know what you say? You only get what you pay for, my mum says. You pay, my daddy used to say it. You only get what you pay for. If you buy cheap shoes, they're the worst. We know always used to say, always get. Yeah, tuna's nice with sweet corn. It's really nice. Tuna, I tell you what tuna's nice with. Mayonnaise sauce and sweet corn. Put the mayonnaise with it. Mayonnaise sauce on top of it and then a bit of salt. It's fucking beautiful. We human brain rules the body can have bad food. Even though it's bad for you, now and then it's still good to have a bit of rubbish food a couple of times a week. You know, just top yourself. But even if you want to put a parmesan or a pizza, fucking have one. You don't have to be fucking a monk. You're not trained by Mr. Olympia. So if you want something to eat, have it, but don't do it like he does. Every single day it's the same. Constantly eating non-stop. He's like that, doing these noises because he's off his fucking head because he's eating that much food and he can't bear it up because his mind's going 100 miles an hour. He's got medication and he's eating that much food. The body just keeps going like a fucking, you know, like the petrol in a car. If you cut the petrol source off, the engine turns off because he's eating constantly. He'll come upstairs with a full Battenberger that big, middle of the night, 4 in the morning. He's going, he'll eat it from the bottom of the stairs. By the time we get to the top, he's at the full Battenberger. I've never seen anyone so greedy in my life, honest. Fucking terrible the way he goes on. He'll drink like a bottle of vodka in about 20 minutes. And he's falling all over the fucking place, wrecking the house. Binge drinker he is. Yeah, addictives. Yeah. He'll eat. One day when my sister come, Christmas, yeah, there's 3 boxes. She gave me a box of roses, a box of Quality Street, and a box of Heroes. She said, you just pick what you want. I said, well, you pick what you want, Bobby. I said, you get me what we just couldn't go watch a film upstairs. So me and Emma went to bed. In the afternoon, about 4 or 5 o'clock, watching a series we've been watching. It was Jack Bauer 24 Hour. Jack Bauer thing is brilliant. Anyway, next minute, goes downstairs to get the chocolates. I said, where's the chocolates? He went, oh, I bet them all. I went, well, what box have you had? He went, all of them. What, all fucking 3? A big mass Quality Street boxes. He went, yeah, I was really hungry. I couldn't fucking believe it. 3 full boxes. And then when I came in, he threw up all over the toilet. It was all down the walls, all chocolate. It was like Charlie the Chocolate Factory. You get 3 tubs of Quality Street roses, and Heroes. I thought there must have been about 300 sweets. He's at the lot. There's no way he's at all them. I said, he has. He's at the lot. He threw up all over the walls and everything. It was fucking stinking the smell. I had to get carpet people in with special cleaning tools. Because we 200 quid to get all the fucking house done. Stinking it was. Oh, it's terrible. You eat like a full tub in about 20 minutes. A full tub of quality sugar you eat in 20 minutes. And then you'll go and make tea and toast or cake and custard on top of it. Never seen anyone eat like it in my life. You know that man versus food, he'd eat the fucking man as well as his food. Yeah, and then he's all just like that all night with mental health issues. And I'm saying, because you're eating too much fucking food, how many times? Then you'll eat, just bang, bang, ching, ching, he's in the kitchen again. Just told him off about it and he's back in again. So I'll waste my fucking time. I don't fancy all that hard stuff and shit, me. I don't fancy brains, I don't fancy Scottish haggis. I've never fancied it. Everything in Scotland to get fried, even bars, Twixes, marathons, frozen. They freeze them, and then they put them in the batter, and then they fry them in the fucking frying pan. Disgusting. My uncle James Boy used to go to work every day with two Mars bar sandwiches, just to cut them in half, with butter on, and put Mars bars on a fucking sandwich. Oh, that's been disgusting. Every day for about 50 years he had them. He loved them. Tonight. You can't catch wild fish without a permit. Yeah, you get jailed for it, you know. You get jailed if you poach them, you get fucking shot. They shoot you, they fucking can shoot you if you're on the land. Farmers now. The next tight, cream, crunching my fucking there. I just want to do biceps today. I don't think I can do my hands. That hand's killing me. If I don't train, I get depressed. I think, bastard, I've missed one session. Well, if I don't do my biceps, I've only done them once. My hands are hurting today, so I might do them about 5 in the morning when I wake up. And go back to bed with protein. Feed the muscle. You've got to feed the muscle. When you break down the muscle, you must put stuff back in. It's like having a petrol car. If you don't put the petrol in and the oil in the water and put the air in the tyres, the car's going to dilapidate, and that's what your body does. If you don't eat certain food, you can't just eat. People just eat chips every day, chip sandwiches, or crisp sandwiches, and then you end up looking like shit because you need an abundance of different foods to make the body work. So you need petrol for the car, you need oil for the car, you need air in the tyres, you need windscreen wipers doing a bit of fucking washing up liquid in. You need the oil put in, the oil, 2 different types of oil. You need the joints, you need the ball joints and all that need sorting out as well. So, and your handbrake needs to make sure that's all done. So you have to put all these things right. If you don't, the car will start. If you don't do one job, then one after another just falls to pieces. So if you keep on top of it, the car's okay. So the body's the same. If you don't help the body grow by eating the food where it needs, you start eating shit food, you end up with a big fat belly. And then when you're like 50 odd, you can't get rid of it. Then you end up getting stage 2 diabetes, where it takes 15 years off your life, and there's 5,000 amputees a day losing fingers and toes in England. Every day, 5,000 people losing fingers and toes. Not people, like one finger, one toe, whatever. So it was 5,000. That was about 4 years ago. I looked at the statistics when I was in hospital. Fizzy Pop's the worst thing in the world for you. It's full of sugar. It's full of stuff that just keeps you wide awake, and it makes you fucking bad tempered. And then if you look at the kids, the ease in it, not the ease like we used to take. It's full of ease, so they make you go fucking mental. I've seen kids. There was 2 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls in a school where there was about 8 other kids. They give them all the packet of crisps. The 2, they said, "What's the blonde haired one with the blue hat on, or whatever, the blue jumper or something?" Next minute, within 10 minutes, you're screaming. You only had the packet of crisps because it had these preservatives in it. Went mental, and the other one had a drink of orange juice because the orange juice had these special E's in it for flavouring them. The little girl went mental as well, so I couldn't believe it. And they were saying people have got ADH. It's not always ADH. It's actually allergies to drinks and fizzy pops and stuff. The kids can't digest the food, or they can't handle it because it makes their brain go a million miles an hour. So they're like running all over the place. So it's not always ADH. I used to have ADHD, fucking terrible. Yeah, the best way to save money is to go to like farm foods, get your chicken out of there, you get about 10 pieces for a tenner. Instead of going to the shops these day ones and go to another shop where you get something else where it's bad, like Aldi's, the ice cream in Aldi's is the best ice cream I've ever had. It's tutti frutti. It's in a black tub. It's about £2.50 a tub. It's fucking beautiful. It's the best ever ice cream I've ever had. And I bet up in all of the world eating food. That's the best I've ever tasted. It's only £2.50. And you go to Aldi, you can get other things in there cheap. You go to Aldi's, you save, if you spend £100 in Tesco, you go to Aldi's, you'll spend like 140 quid. You save £40. You probably you come out with 40 quid more than you would Tesco, and Tesco's in a fucking rip off. For every single pound, every fiver in the country spend, for a pound of it goes to Tesco every single day in every shop. Every fiver in Great Britain, a pound goes to Tesco's. Fucking unbelievable that. That's probably the biggest thing on the planet, making money. Yeah, that's what keeps you fucking mental. All them chocolates and sweets and crisps that make you go fucking cook. That's what makes you get mental health. I'm telling you right now. Them type of things make you mentally ill, because if you've got a mental illness and you suffer from depression, it just kicks them off. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. All the things are in place. We're off. It's like a race, like a fucking 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So you know that you've all them things it's going to start kicking in, and then you're not going to be able to sleep for ages. £5 of milk for your coffee. You can, yeah. You can have normal milk. You can get the milk where there's hardly any calories in it, which is very weak. I'd just rather get the normal milk. I'd rather have maybe 3 coffees a day with normal milk than having all that shitty fucking marble and all that shit. I'd rather have that, but you don't have them fucking saccharins, because you can't. The human body, the checkup on it, them 1 cal drinks might have 1 cal in, but where's the fucking stuff? What the sweetener, where's that going? Because it can't digest in the human body. So it stays in the bottom of your gut, which is you've got another gut, you've got 2 guts, small intestine, the large intestine, so it's in there. So at the very bottom of there, all that sewage and crap. That's why people are barking, spewing up, and I feel dizzy, I feel bad. They don't realise how much rubbish in the gut. Them probiotics are brilliant. They're about £2.50 for 10, 12. Drink one of them. What they do is they've got good bacteria that kills the bad bacteria in your stomach, and you'll never have the IBS. It'll get rid of the IBS straight away in a couple of weeks. They're really, really good for the sake of £2.50 or £5 a fortnight. With the drinks, you've got a fiver's worth. You're not going to have a bad stomach, so you're going to get up and have a nice breakfast and stuff. Because some people get in the morning and feel queasy because all the shit's in the stomach. So they've got all them bad all them bad probiotics. But these are good probiotics that actually attack the bad bad ones and kill them. So they're marvellous to stop your stomach. I've had them. I've only had the runs twice in about 6 months since I've been taking them, and that was because I had something different for a change, and I haven't got these meatballs and they didn't taste nice at all. Horrible. And the next day I got up, I had the runs, but it wasn't for long. But that's something probably the stomach not being able to digest. So I won't be getting them again. I said to her, they were horrible. See, we had spaghetti bolognese last night. It was miles better. Her own meat. But I like having it with mince better, and I don't like the mince as much when I like it off lamb. Lamb mince is nice, like to taste. The other one, the pig one, seems to be gritty and fat, and it's a lot of white fat on it. You can see it when it's cooking in the chip in the frying pan. You can see all the fat bits in it. Oh, yeah, I can't even stare on my neck crick. All the vertebrae in my neck just crick. If I was a black lad, I'd look cool when I'm doing that noise. Fucking hell. I don't pay council tax. And you don't if you fill the form in right. There's a special way of filling the forms in. And if you send it back in a special way, because it's not an actual criminal offence, and they can't take you to the criminal court, which they fucking do. Why am I in the criminal court when it's a civil case? And what you do, I'll tell you how you get out of it. You say to the judge on the day, have you been sworn in your real airships today? And they'll ignore you. And after 4 times, I have to answer you. I'm asking you again, under oath now, have you been sworn in today? And they'll ignore you. And then the next time they'll probably say no. If they say yes, then they get done for fucking perjury. They perjured themselves by the court, and they've also fucking contempt of court as well. So they have to be sworn in by an oath every time they do that. So what they do is they hire a room I know, because I used to be a fucking bailiff. I used to do it with my mate. They were proper bailiffs, and I used to do the work for them, get the debts in, but not with council houses. So I used to tell the people, I used to go to the door to get off with it. So what you do is, you ask for them to give you some time. You feel really depressed, you're down, you're depression, you may be suicidal. I would end up killing myself, and when they shit themselves, they'll give you maybe 6 months or say, can you set it aside? That's the word I'm looking for. So you get it, say, don't ever say I'm not paying it. Because if you say that, you're in trouble. That's when you're fucked. Say, I don't mind paying it, but I'd like to have a rundown on where the money goes. And if it goes to paedophiles and refusing to pay it, then you can refuse because it's an excuse. And a lot of it does go to paedophiles, and a lot goes to the police. So I say, I'm not paying it because I'm not paying this because my wife phoned the police and they never turned up. So why should I pay the police? So a lot of people, what they're doing in their own counties, different areas now, they're actually saying to the police, we're not paying you because you're not doing your job. And that's what people are doing around here now. They're all saying they're not doing the job, so we don't want it. So they're asking now, because that money, what the police, this is the cheeky cunt police, this is not the council. They decide how much more money they need next year. They decide how much money they need, but they won't come to your fucking house when you phone them. So why should you pay them? Would you pay a mechanic to fix your car if you never turned up? You tell them to fuck off, wouldn't you? So, well, I turned up and I couldn't fix it, but you owe me 300 quid. You tell them to fuck off. So they're asking for more money now, the police, every year. They're doing it. So you want to know where your money's going, where the police are spending it on, what fund is it going on. I want to know where it's going from. But the main thing, it's only a bylaw, which means it's only a civil case. You can't be trialed in a Crown Court for a civil case. It's impossible. But they take you in a magistrate, which is a criminal case. So they treat you as a criminal, which is they're invading your privacy. That's what it's called. So that you're invading my privacy now. There's a law where if they invade your privacy, you can get it stopped because they're not allowed to do it. So what you do is you say to them, I'll put this aside. And what you do is go and see somebody who knows about. You can see a man called the Discretionary Housing Officer. I think it's A13, I think it is. And what he does, he will put it aside and say, just for instance, say you're struggling, you haven't been getting the COVID, I've been able to pay the bills, I'm struggling because of the COVID, and that and the other. You just tell them, and then they squash the debt, and you start all over again. So they give you only one off the do it. But there's another way where you can fill the form in. It's called Yabba Yabba or Gabba Gabba, the bloke. If you write to him, he's on YouTube. Listen to him, he's a barrister, not the black barrister, not that black thingy barrister, he's fucking shit him. Talks in riddles, he's fucking every batter. This other bloke, he's quite a biggish bloke. He'll show you how to do it, but you do not get it. You have to pay for it. Once that judge says, no, I haven't been sworn in because they can't. So what they do is they rent a courtroom, the council, illegally. They get a dodgy magistrate in. Well, not dodgy, just a magistrate. They pay him 300 quid. He sits there with 400 chitties, and not one of them are signed. So when you get them bailiffs come to your door, say, right, where's the judge's signature on this warrant? I don't mind paying the bill, I'll let you in and all that, but I need to know where the signature's on this warrant. If it's not on, phone the police will come out, the police will chase them because they're invading your privacy. They're not allowed to invade your privacy. You can also put a no entry sign on your gate, and bylaws it's called. I think I can't remember the name of it now. They can't go down your front without asking permission off you, and if they do, they get charged for it. And because if you've got cameras up, you haven't got a fucking. And also, you do not have to accept it. What if they put it on the floor? That's not an exception. You have to give it in your hand. They did it before we made it put it on my car. When he said, "Oh, have you got it already?" I said, "No. Where did you put it?" It was on the car. I seen it. I said, "Well, I've never seen that on the car. It's been raining." I said, "I've done no fucking bail." I said, "I've done that for about 9 months. Couldn't do a thing." So they have to give you it in your hand. So if you keep your door locked, but if your door's open, you have the right to open the door and walk in. But once they've been in once, they can come in again. But they can't climb through windows and stuff. They've got to go through a front door or a back door. So you can only do that. They can't come in, but they have to have a warrant to come in. If they've got a warrant, it has to be signed by a magistrate. If it's not signed by a magistrate, what you do, can I have a look at that? Let me see it, please. Write the number out and you show me near the window. Take a picture of your camera. Look at it. Write the number down. Phone up the courts, magistrate's court. Blah 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 blah. Tony Smith, 22 Brenda Road. Such. Can I give you this number? Such Marsden bailiffs, it usually is. You talk to Marsden bailiffs and they'll come up on their computer and say, yeah, that warrant's been issued, and it will be dealt with today or whatever you come up with them, so you know if it's real. But if that magistrate hasn't signed it with ink, a pen, If it's just one of them fucking stamps, that's what they use. They'll do that with a stamp. And if it's one of them, you can say, I refuse to let you in on the grounds. I'm phoning the police because this is an illegal entry. What you're coming, you've got a warrant, but you can't come in because that has been signed by a magistrate. I've just phoned the court to give the reference number 453015678. Now it doesn't exist on the computer, therefore it's fraudulent. Their warrant they've got. They can't go on your property. They can't go anywhere near. I've been to court, tied them in fucking knots and knots loads of times. But their same as television license. Oh, the police are here. Yeah, what do you want? We're just with the television things. Come in because we can't force. I said, please, my IQ's through the roof. Please don't insult my intelligence because I will insult you. I said, you have no right to come in my house whatsoever. You've got no authorities. There's no law whatsoever. It's against the law to have a license, but I haven't got a license. Yes, but I'm not watching telly. I'm only watching normal TV channels. And this is years before. Then the time I said, well, I've got a telly, but it's not on. I said, earlier, I've got to tell you what I do with it. What I did, I used to pull the aerial out. I get ready just to pull out. I said, I don't watch the telly. Come in. I said, there, look at the telly. There's no channels tuned in. And I said, I only watch the DVDs. They can't do a fucking thing. They can't do it now. You just say, I watch DVDs. But nowadays, all you tell them is, if anyone's out there now who's paid for a license, phone them up and say, I don't watch TV now. I've just spoke to a friend who's a civil advice bureau friend, and they've told me that I don't have to give you any money. And I want my money back refunded. That's the word. Get your money back, £149.46, I think it is. I've had about 6 people the last couple of months got their money back. You tell them that you don't watch live TV and I don't watch the BBC. For whatever you do not fucking watch BBC and put the code in, because that's how they catch you. They catch you through. They cannot catch you with them van detectors will go off because there's no such thing as them. When my mate Ozzy came, I went, oh, fuck it, Ozzy said, come and have a look at the detectors. I've seen the thing going around. All it is a fan in the van. Goes to the box, it's about as big as a computer in here. Lifted the lid up, there was now in the fucking thing. It was just a load of shit. And it goes, warning, detector vans are patrolling these streets. No, shit yourself. And there's another one that'll put, warning, you must pay this or we will come and take all your goods out of your house. This is the bailiff trying to scare you to death. They can't do it at all, the daft cunts. They need a fucking warrant to come in your house. They're full of shit. They can't take nothing unless you let them in. And if they force their way in, push past you, you get it done for criminal damage, and you get it done for what's it called? Forcing the entry. What's it called? Not burglary. What's it called? I forgot the name of the fucking name. Like twat without his consent. When you take the car off someone, it's really bad. But if you pinch your car, it's not as bad. I can't remember the name of it now. Aggravated burglary. That's it. Aggravated burglary. You look at 8 years for that. 5 to 8 years for aggravated burglary. Same as car twat. If you take the car, take it without one's consent, that's different. But if you grab him out in front on the fucking road, it's aggravated burglary. Aggravated twat. Massive jail sentences. The worst place in the world for that is South Africa. They've got cars on there where they set them alight. The fucking flames come out and burn the people trying to pinch the car. The car in South Africa goes every 2 or 3 minutes. It's the worst place in the world for stealing cars. But they've got flamethrowers on the end of the cars and also burning the people. Fucking shotguns coming out the windows at them and everything. Fucking crazy in South Africa. So yeah, you get your money back because, man, he's implied. Yeah. You can go to court if you're really poorly as well. If you say you've got injuries like myself, you need to be in a wheelchair. There's no facilities to be in a courtroom for people in a disabled wheelchair, and I can't get through there. And I'm frightened. I'm scared of people around people. The best one to play is like, I don't go out the house. I'm scared. I'm feared of like open spaces. That's one of the best ones to black because you can't tell what people can think. The other one used to be the bad back when you're a bad back, but they're onto that one now. But the best one is if you've got mental health problems, you say, I don't go out because I'm scared to go out. I'm scared of open police spaces. I'm scared of people. I'm frightened of the bailiffs coming out. I'm really scared. And they're making me where I'm going to take my own life. And they went, oh, fuck this. And they take it off. And you can ask, can you put it aside for a year or something until I get better? And you just keep going in with a sick note, buff, buff, buff. Get the doctor, give you a sick note. In the end, they see your name coming up and go, oh, fuck him, he's a nightmare. Yeah. But they cannot say to magistrates, they have to get up and walk out and say no. But if the tenant will say yes, and you check them, and they're not, they can go to jail for that. They can seriously go to jail, contempt of court, and perjury themselves. Contempt of court and perjury. Information, yeah. Does council divide the taxes? No answer to the council tax. But what you do, you just say, could I have a rundown of where the money's going? I'd like to know. I don't mind paying, but would you buy a car unless you knew the real value of it? So would you sell your house if somebody said, I'll give you 50 grand for it? So it could be like 300 grand for all I know. I don't know the valuation of this house. I don't know the valuation of this. So I need to know. So that's what you can say. So I need to know where I'm at. Yeah, you get fake judges, 100%. You get fake sheriffs. You get fucking loads of them. They've come in with special badges. There's a special badge they wear, and you ask for the badge. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you phone up the council, say, such and such, photograph the faces of the cunts, take the badge number, and then you can phone the police. Say, I think I've got a dodgy man. I seen one the other week. He was at a door. It was a motorbike lad. And he tried to do him for 2 speeding tickets. And he phoned the police. The cop would come and nick the fucking bloke on the doorstep. Got done for fucking pretending to be a. There's a bailiff and there's another one, an enforcement officer and warrant officer, I think it is, something like that. But there's 2 different ones. Ones can actually come in and come with the place, but it's very, very hard to do. I think it's 1446. The last time it was done, so it goes back to fucking William the Conqueror. In there, it's in the fucking with William Conqueror's fucking the Magna Carta. It's in there, it's like the Bill of Rights. You've got to have the Bill of Rights before stuff would be moved, like say a ship on the, like the tea used to come through with the clipper ships, not the one with Paul side, not the one with Jack the Ripper on. So the clipper ships used to come from. Remember the old saying, not for all the tea in China. Well, that saying comes from they used to go to China, get the tea, and race back to England to get it in port to pay it to people. And the first ship there would get say £1,000. The second ship would get maybe 700, and the third wouldn't get 300. So the quicker you got back with the tea. Not for all the tea in China, that was that saying. So they used to, clipper ships used to race each other to get back for as much money as they could. But that's called the Bill of Rights, the Bill of Sales. So if you've got the Bill of Rights, you can't leave that dock. Everything you talk about in a courtroom, everybody teaches something. Everything's from sailors' law. So you know, like the sailors down in the dock, take him down below. It's all to do with ship. The captain of the ship is like the beak, which is the captain is the judge. So that's what else. That's why women can be married on the ship because the captain is a judge, the same thing. So take him down below, all that shit, you know, like for that, make him walk the plank and all that stuff is from the old days where all the law was made from the docks. You bring him into the dock, you know, and you come to the dock and you stand there and you put him down below, bring him into the dock. All them words are from a ship. So that's where maritime law started our law off, what we have now in the Crown Court and the magistrates. But the magistrates' courts can't take people for a civil court hearing in there because it's not a criminal, it's a criminal court, the magistrates, so they make you feel like you're a criminal. So that's against the law. That's another invasion of your privacy, and you're breaking the law by you're breaking into my space type of thing. You're not supposed to be there. So it's a special word for, I can't remember what it's called, but there's that many things now with the courts. But the main one is if they haven't signed it by ink, by a pen, they're not going to be able to sign fucking 400 stamp things all day long like that. Just the old-fashioned rubber stamps when you go to the post office. It's one of them. Do that. One pulls it out, the other one pulls it out, puts it in. Just does that all day, and he gets £200 or £300 a day. It used to be 200, I think it's 3 now. But that's not signed, so it's not registered as a real letter because it hasn't been signed by the judge. It's only been stamped by a rubber stamp. That's not a legal and binding contract because it hasn't been signed by the judge. It's only been a rubber stamp. That's why it says it's only rubber stamped. You know what I mean? Well, we went to war. The Americans coming to help us. We're still paying them something like £300 million a fucking year. I don't know what the exact criteria or the exact amount. We still pay the Americans for coming into the war to help us win the war. But honest to God, you won't believe how much money we paid. It's like what they call him. I mean, I tell me, I can't remember his fucking name now. The one when he was I can't remember his fucking name. Not Iraq, Iran, the other place. I can't remember his fucking name. Like a fucking sheik or something he is. I can't remember his name. Like an Arab country. Atali or something. I can't remember his name. Someone, come and hang my nod, your club, you quick, you know. Atali, what the fuck his name was, him. He paid for some other country to help him. I think it was America. I think the Americans went in to help him and he had to pay them. I think it was fucking £750 million to save the country. I can't remember, but the country bankrupt. The kings in that they're like Talia, fucking army. I can't remember his fucking name now. Do be in. Ayatollah, something it's called in fucking Egyptian countries. Yeah, to produce a contract. That's a good word. That's a good one. Yeah, you need a contract. That's the word. You've got to say. So I don't know what you've got to say. I said, nobody. Thank you very much. What you've got to do. You've got to ask you what you say to them. I have not. Say when you come to want to come to your house, the television, you say, I haven't entered into a contract with you. He's right what he's saying. You haven't entered into a contract. No, a contract means you've signed a contract. So you get furniture, or you get a telly, you're renting it. You sign that, don't you? So you get debt, and you say like £500 off fucking home bargains. Not what to call that shop. Fucking shop that they have every country size out. You pay about £500 for a fucking cooker or something. That takes you fucking 5 years to pay. Electrical shops, proper robbery. Only people on the council could. They give it to people on the council who've got nothing, and it costs a fortune. It's called electrical shop anyway. So you sign for that. Once you've signed for that, then you've entered into agreement. So the company, when you work, say the council, they are not the owners of the company. They can't take you to court, and the company can't take itself to court because they're not a person. So the company's not a person, and the people who work for them work for the council, don't work for the courts. So they're not a person. So the person has to come. And where's the person going to come for them? So they can't produce someone. They say, well, I actually own the council. So it's me you have to pay. It's my company. No one owns the council. It's just a governing body, but they've made themselves to con people. So because there's no one there, they say, well, I'm in charge of the council. I own the council. You pay me. Not the person isn't there, the man himself or the woman himself is not there, so you don't have to pay for it because you haven't entered a law-abiding contract. So there's no contract there. So there's no contract. They're breaching your peace. That's the word we're looking for. They're breaching your peace again. They're not allowed to breach your peace. You're breaching my peace now. I can't remember it's under the law, but it's called breaching your peace. It's a big, massive one from years ago. Yeah. And that's where it all comes from, maritime law. And all laws come from there. But they're trying to be clever cunts with these council tax things. I haven't paid my life for the cunts. I haven't paid a penny. I always come out with that. I said, right, you tell me right now, where's my money going? Oh, well, what happens is we have to pay the police. Yeah, go on. Well, how much you pay the police? I'm not sure. I think it's about such and such. I don't know about such and such. It's like, I want that motorbike. How much is it? Oh, it could be this price. It could be that. No, I want to know the price of the bike before I give you the money for it. Oh, how much is that? How much is that house worth? You have to give me the price for me to give you the money. You can't just think, oh, well, you pay the house. Let me think. You pay for this. They have to give you a rundown, and you want to know if you're going to sign a binding. I'll sign a law-abiding contract with you if you give me the rundown of where my money's going, what I'm paying you every year for the council tax. That's all I'm asking for you. They can't do that. They have to walk away. They can't give you. They haven't got a fucking clue. They haven't got a clue. So you're not saying you're not going to pay it. You will pay it. But the reason when they kick you back with this one, they go, say 50,000 a year goes to paedophiles. Well, I refuse to pay that because my brother was raped, I said, and he hanged himself through a paedophile. I am not giving money towards reoffending paedophile cunts. I'll give you money to put them in a hole in the ground. I'll give you as much money as you fucking want to put them in a hole in the ground. I said, but I ain't fucking reoffending paedophiles because all paedophiles will do is reoffend and do the same thing again. So you want me to pay for a paedophile to be reoffended, give him fucking money to come out of jail and then go and rape someone else, and I'll sit and read about him in the paper. Fuck off. You've tied them up. What you use is you use the law against them. So they've got their law, you use that against them. You use the law against them. So I tell you, I don't watch the telly, you watch ITV, Coronation Street. And I only watch it. I don't watch BBC television, telly shit. So I just watch. I don't watch anything live on the beat. You're allowed to watch Coronation Street or not. You're allowed to watch BBC as long as it's not live. That's a law. But if you're watching it live, then you can get done for not having a television license. But how they're going to get your house in check? There's no such thing. You think about it. There's 5,000 houses where I live here. So if a televan did come through, there's no such thing as them. They don't have them no more. Trust me, on my brother's grave, my dad's just passed away on his grave. They don't have. There's no such thing. So how they catch you is your postcode. So the house, there'll be 50 houses in the street, like 30 people come back where the postcode comes up and the television license is paid for. So they'll go to the number 15 and say, oh, number 18 hasn't paid. There's nothing here for number 18. Check them and knock on the door. And you think they're with the bailiff. They see there's no cars now, they used to. You see the car and you shit yourself. My mum used to shit herself. So now it's all a lie. No, my mum pays everything on the button. Every fucking thing, council tax, everything. And what happens is, there's no such thing. There's no, how can that, what do you think about, how can that VH frequency of 5,000 different tellies in all the whole of Ingleby Barwick point to this house and say, well, this telly, we've got no telly, we've got the telly on. There'd be 5,000 signals. You've got to remember every house has got about 3 or 4 tellies. So you're talking about 20,000 tellies in Ingleby Barwick where I live. How can they check every house? It's impossible. You couldn't do it. I've spoken to television people who do radios and stuff like that. I said, they can't. It's like a block of flats. A block of flats, like in London, could be 500 people living in a block of flats. That's 500 people with 2 tellies each. There's 1,000 tellies. How are they going to find out which one's got a telly on, which hasn't? Because the signal comes out from all the areas. So they can't catch you with that. Honestly, if you're Bright House, that's the one. Robin, dirty, bright, or like greedy, horrible bastards. Yeah, the amount of money, the extortion it is. They wouldn't take the court, them cunts. Magna Carta. Yeah, it's the one, the Magna Carta. That was done by the Magna Carta was done by, I can't remember his fucking name now. Everything's in there. If it says another thing, you can walk anywhere you want in England and on the beaches anywhere you want, as long as you're in a cause and any trouble whatsoever. They can't stop you walking down the street unless they say I've been a robbery or something. They can't stop you going. There's bylaws where you can go into a farmer's land and walk across the land. There's loads of people killed and anything over that. So you're allowed to go through people's gates to get to the other side because you need to be able to go through there to get to the other side. Just a lot. You do is you use the law, but when you go and you go, can I just ask you today, have you been sworn in today, your worships? And they'll say, no one answer you. And you just keep asking and say, I'm asking for the last time now, before we go forward, how don't you breaching my peace? And if they say yes, I am, we'll say, well, can you prove it? And if they can't prove it, they've just contempted court. They're now when they'll get fucking charged for it and get kicked out. They'll never be a magistrate again. They have to get kicked out for it because they've broken the oath. So if they haven't been sworn in with an oath, they're illegally there, and if they haven't stamped, if it's not signed, they can't do fuck all. It has to be signed by a magistrate. And I've been up for fines. I filled the fines. I said, "Is there a fine there for me?" So for 40 quid, I got done for fucking speeding. He went, "Well, I've got bailiffs at my yard." I said, "He said, we're bailiffs, Marsden, but your phone." I said, "Yeah, I know." I said, "Well, they're saying that." He said, "No, we're the only one Marsden in this area." He said, "These other ones can't come to your house." He said, "Give us the name of it." So I give the number, serial number of the fine. He went, "No." He said, "You did have a fine about 6 months ago. You paid that. It's and there's nothing in the court. I've checked the courts for you because we've got both. Marsden are in Newcastle way, up that way." Yeah, well said, mate. Don't answer the door, no cunt, until you find out their ID and credentials. Make sure they're proper people, because if you're old, you can fall into some scumbag and fucking rob your house and rob you and pretend you owe money and just take out your purse. These old parts just be dead in. You see them going, "Oh no, you're another 300 quid off them," and I'll take out the purse. You don't films, you see, I think you fucking scumbag robbing an old woman who's fucking 80-year-old with dementia or something. I fucking does my pisser in. What's this here? Hold on. I got a phone sterling out my account through my bank. This is fraud that happened as I not agreed to any contract. No, if you've got not agreed to any contract whatsoever and they've took money out of your bank, you were allowed to get that back. Go to the Citizen Advice Bureau and talk to them. Show them what you've done. Take your paperwork with you from the courts Go in there, the lovely, go in about 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock, I think they're open about 8. You might sit an hour or two. You go buy the ticket, but it's well worth it. And there's loads of this happening all over where people are fucking getting money taken out of the banks. My brother Jamie, really quick, very intelligent. He had a bill for 300 quid. He went, wait a minute, I've been fucking waiting to run for 4 months. How can I have a £300 bill? So it was numbers to Scotland. He said, I don't phone anyone in Scotland, don't know anyone in Scotland. Checked them all, they were all fake numbers. There was a scam going on about 5 years ago where BT were fucking putting tons of old people, mainly old people, saying, oh, you owe an extra 200 quid and 300 quid and 400 quid and all this shit. And when they had a look at the trade and fair standards, I think they're called, trade and standards, checked it out, BT got fined, a massive fine, because they were fucking deliberately doing it. But phone numbers that didn't even exist, making bills up, pure scam. Yeah, just make sure they who they are, they say, and if they are, they'll have a badge, take a picture of the badge, photograph it, and if they have a problem, phone the police straight away. I tell you now, phone the police, because of scam shooting and insurance. I tell you what, these insurance cars ringing scams and that. There's a lady there. Oh, what it is, my name's such and such, and he got a name and a number, and he was going to do it, and the lad who was doing it was ex-security armed forces. He said, it's a con, they're calling your money, you'll have all your money. When he should give them 200 quid, and he was in it off Phil Mitchell, or the other one, the one of the brothers, not Phil, the other one. Fucking, he was in Grant Mitchell, and he was there with the security guards, and it's just how they do it. And it's a scam. They go and put the things in the bank like that. You put your numbers in your bank, and behind the screen, they've got somebody sitting there. They have like a booth, and you think it's. They say they put a name on them on the wall, like the proper bank saying, "Sorry, broken today." The new ones are sort of across the road, so you're going over there. And it's been just a little wooden building that made themselves, sitting in there, and you're putting your number in 53464. They'll see it, and they know it, and they see your name of your card, and they take your card, and it looks like your card's been lost or took off you, and then they pinch all the money out of the fucking bank because you've just given the number through the fucking code, or they're fucking crafty. And then they've got little pin cameras now, where the pin cameras inside it, they can tell what you see. They've got people on across the road with binoculars, and they zoom right into you where you're at, and they can see you put your number in. So I'll make sure you always put your hand like that and put your number in. Honest to God, they're fucking proper, really fucking into it now. They're really into it. That's why you better go to the bank and get your money. If you're going to get your money, hole in the walls, you can get your money pinched off you in the street. If you're old, do not fucking go to the post office and get your own walk out like my mum with £600 in her hand. Oh, she's a fucking nightmare. I said, how many times have I told you I've got to go mad with a kid? The fucking people like Bull, little thief, snatching people's one that them fuckers for me. One put in jail, one put in the ground, the cunts. They want their arms, they want their fingers cut off. Robbing old people, old men in the 80s. The old man and woman probably smashed their faces in 40 years ago. But doing it on vulnerable people, known for the fact there's no comebacks. That's what he did. Tinfoil did it to people like me, vulnerable in a wheelchair, couldn't. I'm not clever with computers. Marty Turner, Teddy Dicko, Roy Shaw, all Lee Duffy's gone. Using people who are dead and writing books on them so they don't have to give any money to the people. It's not against the law to do it, because once you're in the domain and you've been in trouble with the police and stuff, your newspapers, they're allowed to use them stories in a book. You can sue them, but it's a nightmare. So we tried it and it was a nightmare. But I'm not finished because I'm going back, because I got permission off the judge to go into Amazon, all the other different bookshops. Kevin Brown's going to help me with it, so I'm going to go back to What Cry Publishing, because I was given by a judge just to, even if I get nothing out of it, just to prove these fuckers that they're corrupt. And I'm going to put them all over the fucking newspapers when I get when I finally win, because the judge said, Mr. Cockerill, as of today, it's the last day. I said, well, Your Honour, I would like to finish it today. I said, I like my book back. He said, right, Mr. Brent, give Mr. Cockerill his book back and give him all the, he said, give him all the tape records and everything as well. They haven't done that. They broke that court order, which is breach of court. And they're also supposed to give me all the outlets of all the places. So they give me so many. But the ones that give me, I can't get into the fucking shop, especially Amazon, because you have to be the policy holder. It's like having a bank account. No one can get in that bank account unless you have the policy holder. The policy holder's got the number. It could be 15, 25, 33. But only the person who's bank. So that's the same as Amazon. So you have to have the proper account numbers to go into to see how your books have been sold. But what you can do, I've been found out now, is I talked to a girl called Helen, who's Emma's friend. She worked for she had over 900 people working for her, a bit like fucking him who sacks you. You've been sacked, him fucking, I can't remember his name now. She was one of them, and she said, what you can do, you can go through the courts to make them produce the amount by going through the bank account. So I've got the bank accounts where Tinfoil was paid us from. So everything is kept in the bank for years, 20 years or something is kept in the banks. So you can go back to all them accounts, transactions where they've been selling the books, the Resurrection of Brian Cockerill book, and the documentary and the Kindle and the audio. I haven't been paid for them books. I mean, fucking nothing. I've been about 400 quid in 5 years. Now, when my first book came out, there was no Kindles out. Sorry, there was no computers. It was just word by mouth. I sold 650 books in one day. He's trying to tell me when it first came out after all them years, 17 years or something, I think, before I did another book with him. He's trying to tell me all I got was 130 quid for the first day it came out. I mean, fucking bullshit. I outsold Jodie Marsh and Katie Price. It was in the paper. The taxman outsells Katie Marsh because I think John Blake Publishing did their books as well. So when I was in there, it said, Katie Marsh and Jodie Price, the taxman outsells the two models or something, it said, in the book world. The book world, the book was called, the bookshop. And I went back the next week and sold another 700 books. So at the end of the month, I ended up with £3,000. I've never had that off him. And I was only getting £1 a book then. On this one, I was supposed to get £4 on a book. So how the fuck am I only getting £400 in 4 years for books when I was getting £3,000 in the month 20 odd years ago? No, yeah, 20 years ago, 2004. That was my taxman book. So I got £3,000 that month. With them, I got 136 quid. That's how I knew they robbed me. I went invoiced. They went, oh no, we don't do invoices. Judge went, what do you mean you don't do invoices? No such thing as a company not making invoices. And then that's when we found out it was all fraud. But they've bankrupted them since 2020. I owe them 4,200. They said they can't bankrupt me if it goes over £5,000. Can they bankrupt me without me agreeing to anything? No, they can't bankrupt you like that. You've got to go, first of all, they've got to take you to court. So they've got to take you to court before they bankrupt you. It's called now. What you do is you ask them to set it aside till you go and see someone like the Sitting Advice Bureau. If I was you, I'd go and see the Sitting Advice tomorrow and tell them all this stuff. And you don't have to go bankrupt. Nobody can make you go bankrupt. They can make you go bankrupt over a certain thing. I can't remember what it is now. I'm sure it was 16 grand or something. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%, but they can't make you do anything until it goes to the magistrate. You have to go through the magistrate to take you to get bankrupt. They can't just do it from the Sitting Advice Bureau, can't do it or something like that, or the council that can't bankrupt you. They've got to go for a decree, not a decree, it's fucking marriage. They have to go for a letter, it's called some degree, and they have to take you to court. But you can get that set aside till you get your ducks in order. What is a person as a loving being cannot owe council tax is impossible. Highway bylaws, I don't know. Bylaws. You as a person, a loving being, cannot owe council tax is impossible. Yeah, that's right. Because you're not the person. You're a said person. Yeah, there's no one else there to say they own the company. So there's a person, you're not there. They can't sue you because you're not an entity, you're just a person. So you're the person who owns the company or anything. Gabby, that's his name. Gabby, try him. He's really good. Yeah, he's really good. He's really good, Gabby. That's why I said to you that Gabby, he tells you how a discretionary housing officer is really good. They clean it back to clean. They see you're struggling, say, look, I can't do it, I'm suicidal, I'm bad. I've locked me. Because use the pandemic, use your fucking brains, use their law, what they've used against us, you use it against them. I've been at the mortgage, I'm behind on my mortgage, I'm struggling with my bills, I'm suicidal, I've contemplated for the first time in my life killing myself last week. I had all the tablets to do it, and my brother knocked on the door, just fucking lie to them and just tell them that, and then they'll go, oh, fuck this, we don't need him, they'll put you down, they'll tick you down, it's serious. But what you're asking for, you need to go and see the Sitting Advice. Don't go to the council first, go to the Sitting Advice Bureau people first. The council will con you to pay more money, whether the Sitting Advice Bureau will get you out of it. The Sitting Advice Bureau people are all ex-people from the council, they're all ex-barristers and solicitors and people, lovely people who've worked all their life, and then they've got nowhere, they're bored, a lot of them, they've got nothing to do, so they go back to work for free. will do it for free to help people off the streets and stuff. We're really lovely people, apart from fucking Shirley. She used the computers to fucking grass people up. I can't understand she has been sacked for doing that. I really can't. I just don't understand it. She's phoned the door on Emma about 27 times. I don't claim fucking door. He's on the fucking bend. He is mental. I never claimed in my life. I didn't have to because for the money I've made by taxing and so. Getting put out of his house next month. He's been saying that for 2 years. He's fucking round the bed. He is mental in like. But don't whatever. Well, the worst thing you can do is I always make myself ill with it. Don't worry because things aren't as bad as listen. They're never as bad as what you think. Honestly, trust me. And the way now is forward is people. They're scared people kill themselves. They're scared that people take their own lives because of that frightened of it. But when you talk to that Gabba bloke, he's good. I never had to go through him. Emma did all mine, but for me, she was really good. Mine was a nightmare because I'd already rented the house out to somebody for 6 years and they lived in it. And then they put me down as the council tax, the owner of the council. I haven't lived there for fucking 5-6 years. Somebody else rented it. And anyway, I had proof with the bailiffs because the bailiffs come and I said, look, I'm in the house here, but I'm not living in it. Oh, yeah, it's not your name, it's such and such his name. So, and then that once you sign this tenancy agreement with someone, you have to keep that tenancy agreement. So you can't put somebody out your house. You can't go into your house and you don't walk in and go into the house when you've rented your house out to someone. You're not allowed to because that's burglary. So you have to wait till the tenancy agreement runs out. But if somebody, say, rents the house off you and they're not paying it, it's not down to the owner of the property, it's down to the person who owns the tenancy agreement. So you go to the door with them, to sign the thing, you get somebody else to sign like a third hand, so there's a signature, 3p on you do it in front of the door people. So you rent it to somebody on the door, they have to pay it. If they don't pay it, it's down to them, it's not down to the person who owns the house. So if anyone's done that to you on here, where you've got somebody in there renting it, if they've signed a tenancy agreement, you've got that, you can produce that in a court of law and they have to pay it. You don't have to pay it. Yeah, it's still doing well, mate, on Amazon. It's still selling that. I think it was about, I can't remember now, 70,000. I think it was up to 70,000, 80,000 books it sold. But the documentaries, people were, oh, this, that, and the other about my documentary. Yeah, I was off the end of drugs. So that was me. That was the tax man. That's what I was doing. I'm not going to pretend to be someone fucking else, am I? I'm fucking the tax lady or the fucking, the fucking, the school teacher or the bin man. It was the fucking tax man, you silly bastards. So 5 million people nearly watched that in 19 different countries. When they did it, it was the biggest one out of them all ever done. And then I did another one called Dispatches about Royal Moat. And then I did another one about Gun Nation with Channel 5. That was national documentaries I've done. So I've done multiple national documentaries. And I did one with Bernard Mahoney. It was the Essex Boys books. Then I was in the top 5 biggest gangsters in Britain. Then I was the number 1 biggest enforcer in Great Britain of all time. Biggest number 1 taxman in the newspapers, Daily Mirror, the Scottish Press, the fucking all these different papers I was in. And then it was also, what was it? Also in the McIntyre's biggest 50 biggest gangsters in British history. It was loads of Irish people and stuff like that from Ireland, obviously. And I was in that book as well. So I'm on one page with my hands like that, and Tyson Fury's on the next page next to me. So I was in with them type of people, you know, like the fucking biggest gangsters. He said, we can't do the 50 biggest gangsters without Brian Cockerill. So he stood there next to me, and there's a picture I'm still here. And Bernard Mahoney stood behind me, and the other lad was doing it was from Scotland. He was a journalist from the Scottish Glasgow paper, whatever it's called. Yes, I just said, you know me, guys, all this shit, he's going, oh, he's done this and done that. He was nothing till I come along. It was me, like he said, he dug me up. How the fuck can he dig the tax man up? And I've done all these documentaries and fucking, what do you call it, fucking books and stuff. And he just talks how he said he found me in the streets of Redcar. He's lost his house, this house. I'm living on the streets. This was 5 years ago. He said, and Shirley picked me up. This is what happened. Now Bobby was bad. He got kicked out of his house and everything. I had to get it all back. The council tax sorted out, everything, the electric, the water, everything. He owed 16 grand he owed. And he owed 5 grand for a fucking telephone bill. I got it all squashed with a a psychiatric social worker, and I went and seen the Sitting Advice Bureau, and they were brilliant. They just got the lot quashed. They said, look, don't be playing games. You know, Mr. Cockerill's brother's already spoke to you as any social worker telling you no more. Put the phone on you, put it back on. You know he's got mental health issues. We've already written letters to you. The doctor written letters to him, so we got it all squashed. And we got him back to normal. Well, it's fucking getting back to normal. You never get back to fucking normal, but he was the same. Yeah. But I paid all that. I didn't have to pay it back. It was all what he owed. You know what I mean? So he didn't have to pay. He had to pay it because he was on council and all this shit, the way they had it. But I said, look, he's got mental health issues. I played on that one. So I played where you've got to use what you've did. They said, well, he's mentally ill, been sectioned. Great. Well, I'll use that now. So I said, well, he's already been sectioned for 6 months. So anyway, they quashed everything, all his debts, all lot, and then they even sent painters in. How cheeky couldn't be? I got his house all painted, new carpeting for him off the Sitting Advice Bureau people, and I got him all the new white goods. You allowed all the white goods, like a fridge, a cooker, a kettle. I got him all that stuff, fridge, freezer. I got him everything for fuck all, and they all come in. The fucking people put it in the house. You know, the council. Got him a new front door on. I got him a new back door. Got him a new sink, a new bathroom. Got him a new bath. Got him a new shower. Got him everything in the fucking house. You just got to keep going down. The fucking agent, oh, he is again, for fuck's sake. Yes, it's me again. No, they're lovely. They're lovely, the Sitting Advice people. You don't get that nasty one, only that fat cunt. But that's what you do not bury your head in the sand and keep sitting there, because you'll be like a ostrich. Keep leaving it in there. You end up sitting fucking mentally ill when it's beat as bad as what you think. It looks bad on paper, but when you start talking to people, no, we do this and we'll do that, and we do this and do that, and you know, honest to God, like your mortgage, you're not paying your bills. You haven't paid your mortgage. Go and see them and talk to them and say, look, I've struggled. COVID, and they can't put you out nowadays like they used to. They can't just put you on the streets. And if you've got mental health, if you've got disabilities, they can't put you on the streets with illnesses, with disabilities. They can't do that. It's against the law. And if they do put you out, they have to put you in a place where you want to go. They can't just put you in a fucking shithole flat or something. They've got to put you where you want to go. You are allowed to live where you want to live. Can't just put you in a home or something. Good night, Denny Old School. Yeah, it's been good tonight. We're talking about stuff for people and talking about people who are struggling and stuff. It's marvellous. That's what the channel was created for. But I know all about this because I've done it all with Bobby a few times. Freedom's run out of fucking talk time. Right, I'm going to shoot, guys, myself. Fucking hell, better not say that. I'll get fucking 10 years. James Brian, do you ever read the comments underneath the Donald McIntyre? Nah, just fucking load of shite, mate. 90% of them, that daft cunt, he's just off his head. Just a divvy. I can't, that's probably you anyway. It's you, daft cunt. That is the idiot there, probably. Podcast, you didn't run with that word, James. Nah, I don't read them, mate. I don't read them. Can't be fucking bothered. If somebody wants to call me names, let them call me fucking Sally if you want. I don't give a shit. You know, if you don't like the documentary, don't watch it. They come on, your channel, I don't like your documentary. Why do you have you watched it 356 times? I've watched it 356 times, I don't like it. But why would you watch it 356 times if you don't like it, you fucking idiot? It's like Tinfoil comes on and goes, do you know, this is not true, you're lying again. But okay, I'm lying then. Okay, I'm lying. But everyone likes watching it. So if I'm lying, why do people buy my books? Why do people watch my documentaries? Why do people fucking come to the do's where I go? Why do I go to fucking kids' schools and all the kids turn up? Because I'm liked by people, because I'm an honest person. I'm not a fucking bullshit. I don't tell lies because that's me, the taxman. That's what I did in my life. And I tell the truth about it. But you like to misconstrue it and try and bend it and shape it into something else. But you can't. Once you've done something, it's in history forever. So if, like the stories, you go, Brian was the best fighter ever. No one could beat him. He was nobody ever. No one was as big as him. He was the biggest name in Teesside. Everyone knew him. He was actually the police. If you go on official topic talk, you'll see him talking about me. He's got a green top on, and he's talking about me 4 years ago, about me in the 90s, and when he was on the streets, and the police really wanted him. He's never grasped anyone. He's never taxed anyone. He's never hurt a man and woman. He's never hurt any children. He's never hurt any kids. He's helped so much people, and people don't realise how much he's good for how much good he is for the community. So you hear him going on about bullying me up all the way through it. It's only about 23 minutes, but it's all about how to fight him be a nightmare. And each day he was unbeatable. Even now at 53, it'd be like wrestling a wild bear. So they put all them things up, obviously, because I was beneficial to him. Now he's trying to knock me down. So you can't build somebody up and talk about him 4 years ago. And you're talking 4 years ago about me in the 1990s, like 91, 92, 93, 94, and all that stuff. And say all these nice things and then change your mind 4 years later because you've lost a court case. And that's what it's all about, sour grapes. Pure sour grapes. Nah, what it is, it's done the document. They did it fucking 5, 6 years old. It's had nearly 5 million views. But you're always going to get people calling you no matter what you are. Fucking the best fighter on the planet, he gets called fucking Mike Tyson, the best fucking football team in the world, when you and they're the best, David Beckham or something. So no matter who you are, George Best, one of the greatest footballers, everyone gets called. No one, including myself, wants to have, everyone loves you, everyone thinks you're great. That would be a boring well. So you have to have conflicts with people to live and survive. But when people are sending disgusting pornographic images to my wife and threaten to rape my wife and kill my dogs and burn my house out, and then they carry out that threat, and then we find out what it is then they run away and go to the police and go to the police safe house. The police protect these fucking people, but burning people's house down we could have been murdered, we could have been killed. The dog would have been killed, Bobby could have been killed, Emma could have been killed, that could have been killed. We had the house attacked. A massive building brick came through the window. There was a big hole in the floor there where it hit the floor. Took a chunk out the laminated floor, and that would have killed Emma Stone dead over here. And she just picked a little Eli to the side, and he was going to pick up the fucking smoke bomb that came flying through. If he'd have picked that smoke bomb, it would have blew his face off. Poor little baby dog. People saying, oh, this, that, and the other. But people don't like us, don't watch the channel. I'm not asking for the money. I don't ask for fucking anything. I don't ask for anything. I just want people to help people like we've done tonight. We've helped so many people tonight on here. And this will go out to loads, thousands in America and Australia, because while we're asleep, they're watching it over there. We're getting thousands and thousands of views every day. So we can't be that bad a channel. I mean, look at the amount of people we meet. Like Butter Lad the other night, we spoke to him. He was over the moon speaking to him. Made him feel great. He said, I feel marvellous talking to you now, Brian. But Butter Lad knows the score about me in the day, knew everything about me, knew about the riots and everything. So you can't con people who was there in the day when you weren't there. Like so Jamie, he wasn't there in the day. He could only give versions of what he said, she said, he said, she said. And half the time these people misconstrued it, or they've been on drugs, and the stories run a little bit wild. But yeah, my stories are there because I've been doing my stories since 2020, my first book, which was on the chin with Richie Horsley, and it was called Street Fighters. Then I did another one called Scottish Hard Bastards, and then I did another one called Viv 3, or Viv Graham and Lee Duffy. Then I did one, Parallel Lives of Lee Duffy and Viv Graham I was in. Then I did Charlie Brunson one for him, Salty Fitness, and it was #1 best ever selling training book in British history. 1.2 million it sold books, made 1.2 million pound. 1.2 million I made. Yeah, that's what I made. It was £10 a book. And I did after that. I did, what was the other one I did? I did the Taxman of Seaside, and I did the Taxman, and then I did Resurrection of Brian Cocker, which I took down myself. Jamie and Charlie said he only wants the book for himself. He's going to rewrite it and change all the stories, most of the stories, and put it back out and just make loads of money, at least get cutters out of it. No, I didn't. I burnt the fucking book. That's how much I made you look. I thought me and Emma set it alight in the front garden. The book, it can't be written again now. So it wasn't for money. Don't get me wrong, he's nice to make a few quid, but when he was putting stories about Lee Duffy, it's the same as that one. I pulled the plug on. I pulled the plug on that, and I give it away online. 50,000 words I give away to the public, so he couldn't write it because he went, "I'm going ahead without you." I said, "You can't go ahead. It's my book. It's my content. I don't care what you do. I'm going ahead." Shirley said. I said, "Well, fucking go ahead. I'm going to give it away." She said, "How can you give it away when you haven't got the words? You've given Jamie all the words." Yeah, I give Jamie 50,000 words. How's he got 70,000? She went, "Oh, because he's put his own spin on it." What do you mean he's lied? So give me the proof. No, we're not giving you because you'll give it away. I know you will. So she went, we're just going to go ahead with it. So anyway, I got on the phone to Rob Brenton, War Cry Press Publishing Company. I said, "Rob, look, I want proof to read it. The last book, The Resurrection of Brian Cotter, never got to read." He said, "I know that." He said, "Well, what do you want?" I said, "Well, give 50,000 words. I'll give Jamie. You can keep the other 20,000. As long as I've got the 50,000 what I've given. If it's word for word what I've said, I'll go ahead with the book. I'll give him a word." He sent me it, and it was tiny writing like this, really small. I couldn't see it. Anyway, and we got someone to give it to someone. About half an hour later, said Shirley, phone us back. Because you know, just sleep on it. The money will make. I thought it's all about money with you all the time. So anyway, next minute, she said she comes back on the phone. Have you slept? Sorry, think about it. So she came back on the phone. I said, no, I'm not doing the book. I went 5, 4. So what's he doing? She said, he's got the 50,000 words. What you give Jamie, he's kept them. No, you're lying. Don't bullshit. And she went, I'm not an idiot. I have to sit there. I'm a legal secretary and all this shit. I said, I'm not doing the fuck who you are. You know, I'm not doing the book with you. I said, I'm giving it away. She said, how can you give it away? I said, Robert Brenton give me the book. She went, no, you're lying. Robert not stupid enough to give you that. I said, I've got the book now in front of me on the screen. And I'm going to give it away to the whole world. Send it around the world to every fucker who's watching now. So it can't be printing. You can't make no money and tell lies about Lee Duffy. Because he was saying that Lee Duffy was pinching out the pound shops in 1991 and 1992. Lee died in 1991. So Lee died in 1991. There was no supermarket shops up there. So I couldn't do that because if I didn't, I'd look a fool because there was no Western there. There was a lad, 2 gay lads it was. Don't disrespect them. Not being horrible, but they were doing brilliant. They actually opened the shops and they made 30 grand profit of each shop and they ended up getting another 3, became millionaires. And that's when the pound shop started. They didn't start in 1991. They started, at the end, they started in 1991 late. And I said, at the end of the day, I said, I'm not going to tell lies about Lee. He went, I said, his family's still here and I love Lee. He was a great lad. She went, do you know it's his anniversary today? And I didn't look up the sky like to Lee. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I went 5, 4. Please don't give it away. Please don't give it away. I went, bingo, it's gone now. She went, oh no,
she
no.
threatened me with all kinds as well, didn't she?
Yeah, she threatened. She said, if you don't do the book, when you went to Sean Atwood that day, when you let Jamie your phone, you actually cloned your phone. You wouldn't believe how good I am with phone. So I've got all the messages where you and Brian were arguing one day. I've got the lot and I'll put the whole lot on the internet if you don't do that book. Blackmailing us to do a fucking book.
Yeah, it's the truth that everyone has arguments, don't they?
Yeah. So right, I'm going to shout, guys, because I look like I'm getting daggers here.
No, you're not getting that because I've just come in for attention. Do I look poorly?
Yeah.
Will you tell everyone I'm poorly then?
She looks poorly.
I've got full of cold.
Full of cold. Well, don't get fucking us. We don't want you cold.
Can I have some attention?
Yeah, when I come in about a week. We were staying out with protesting. We're not coming in.
I feel so poorly. Is anybody asking how I am?
No, she's all right. Get away from me, you fucking leggy. Spray of a germ killer.
I've been asleep all afternoon, haven't I?
Sound like an old fucking woman.
I feel like
one of the lads on, he said hello.
Hiya, poor lad.
And Albert and Timmy B. Timmy's
Hey, Timmy.
Good, lovely people on here. We've just been talking about the council tax and all that shit. And what, like, don't bury your head in the sand and all that shit. You make it worse, don't you? But they're sitting in Vice Pure and they'll help you, won't they, Emma?
Yeah, of course.
They're brilliant. They're not nasty. They're nice people. Don't go to the Dole Fest. Go to Sitting Vice and they'll tell you exactly what stage to do it. And just get a breather and say, I'm struggling at the minute. Can you give me a breather? Because I've been having to pay the COVID and I've had COVID and also the mortgages have got that much. I'm struggling to pay my council tax and then they'll help you put your ducks in order. But you get probably 6 months before you have to do it. Give you a little leeway. But that Gabba lad, he's on here. That's what I was telling you about. Go and watch him. He's really good. He knows how to fill the forms in, but still got that. It gives you an inkling what they can do. And he'll tell you he's a lovely lad, this lad. He's really, really clever. He knows the law inside out. Right, yeah. I'm off. Thank you so much. And I'll see you again tomorrow, guys. You take care. If you need us, we're on your phone. We're on your text away.
Yeah, we meant everything we said last night, Borough.
Yeah, we did.
I'll definitely come and sort that out for you.
Yeah. Don't worry about nothing because all you're doing is making yourself worrying yourself into an early grave. And at the end of the day, apart from being 12 o'clock gets dark, you'll still wake up tomorrow and you'll have a great day. So have a nice day tomorrow. Yes. I hope so. I hope you're not your wife. You haven't got a dress out here off Jamie, have you, for me? Oh, she's got me a dress off Jamie.
No, full of absolutely chocolate.
I'm not scared.
I've seen my temperature. Got a temperature.